We'll like to welcome you to everything there is to know. This is our life, this is our time where the passport bros. We'll like to welcome you to everything there is to know. This is our life, this is our time where the passport bros. We'll like to welcome you to everything there is to know. This is our life, this is our time where the passport bros. We'll like to welcome you to everything there is to know. This is our life, this is our time. Where the passport bro, show. What's going on, brothers? What is going on? Is your dude, Mr. International Passport here with the legendary Mr. Theo Wifey here. Another classic show. Hope you're doing well. Theo, how's my audio, brother? Is it good?
That's good. I can hear you. Yeah, no problem.
Awesome. Brothers in the live stream chat, whether you watch it on Twitter or on YouTube or on Twitch, let me know right now by pressing the 1 in the live stream chat. Let me know. Aussie in the building. Appreciate you both confirming that I'm good. Can I get a couple more ones, please, as well? Ones in the live stream chat if you can hear me loud and clear. Mayday. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Houston, do we have a problem? Houston, brothers,
yes.
Do we have a problem? We have a problem.
Yes.
Damn. we got Theo in the background, sounding like a Chewbacca from Star Wars. Yeah. Oh, sugar. It's late over here, bro. God damn, it's late over. I can't laugh to that, but it's late over here, bro. It's like 1:19.
It's early in Japan right now, so it's what is it? It's 9 a.m. So I'm officially at my desk, but I told them I had something to do, so they don't care. So I'm doing this right now. It's Tuesday morning, so I don't care. Oh.
Awesome, brother. So, brothers, let's get straight into brothers. We're here for another classic show. So you can see, I think first and foremost, brothers, I want to make it very aware that sign-ups for my upcoming Python course will open at the first week of July. Again, I'll be teaching you Python. Python is a great skill set that every black man, every passport bro should know. So you must be in my upcoming Python class, okay? Number 2, join the Patreon, please, okay? For Intel on stocks, crypto traveling. I dropped Intel this week on a crypto that is popping off right now. Did my due diligence. I'm here to give you brothers a game as to, getting that freedom to break out the West. Join the Patreon, okay? You're missing out if you're not on the Patreon. Cop the merch too, book your IT consultations with me, and of course throughout tonight, hit the PayPal donations and hit the super chat too, and of course press that like button, okay? So let's get straight into it, okay? Theo, how you doing today, brother? You good?
I'm good. I kind of was a zombie today. I couldn't properly work, so I was just looking at my screen like it was nothing. And then I exercised a little bit, then I decided, screw it, let's play games. So I have a Ubuntu box. I installed Steam Valve on it, and then I started playing video games on it. I said, let's just take 3 hours to play video games. That's what I did. And then I did some history, studied some stuff, and that's it. I keep on asking myself, why do I like women born in 1967 and 1969? Why am I so attracted to these women? I've been attracted to them for my entire life. I don't get it. So that was my big thing. I was trying to answer that question again. So that was it. That was all I did today. Then I decided to come on the stream. So that's it.
Wow. So you were playing games all day? Were you playing Final Fantasy, brother, all day? Final Fantasy?
No, I will not play Final Fantasy. I saw Final Fantasy. I saw what Final Fantasy did to my Japanese students. I will not touch Final Fantasy. Ain't gonna happen. Too many of my students were La La Land. Woo boy. That's it. Like Riku, that's it. Boom, gone. I never got in contact with them. I'm like, are you here? Are you here? And they're like, oh, I'm not here. So, I won't do it. I won't play Call of Duty. Even though I got the Call of Duty console for the Xbox and video games, I don't play it.
Amazing. I used to bang out Final Fantasy back in the day, but I was addicted. I ain't gonna lie. That game.
You can lose serious years of your life on Final Fantasy. Seriously, like
Mm.
you don't want to worry about a girlfriend for the next 5 years? No problem. Final Fantasy. Boom, 5 years gone.
Facts, absolute facts, bro. So let's get straight into the meat of the topic, brother. Okay. So the title of this live stream is called "Why is Europe moving to the far right? How does this affect passport bros?" Okay. So again, it's very important as us passport bros to not only worry about women. Yeah, women are great. We love foreign women, but also we want to know the political situation of a particular country, the good, the bad, the ugly, what's going on there, and how could that affect us as black men as passport bros. So every day, I'm always reading the news, brothers. Okay, I'm not out here every day just looking at foreign chicks all day on my computer. I do that maybe for an hour a day. But realistically, brother, right? I spend a lot of time reading and studying. Okay, so over the past couple of weeks, okay, uh, there have been elections happening in Europe across different countries, and we have seen a recent surge of far right parties, gain prominence, okay, to the point where France has called a snap election, okay, which is between the main party of Macron and the far right party of Marine Le Pen. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. We're going to watch a couple videos, and then me and Theo are going to explain. Okay, can you hear? Can you hear the background? Someone's screen. You hear that?
No, I get it. No.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So we're going to explain the reasons why Europe is going so far right and how that affects us as passport bros. We're seeing it in Germany, we're seeing it in France and other European countries, and we gotta be aware of that as black men. Okay, intelligent, intellectual black men, not pookie and raries. Okay, so hold on here, Theo. Let's get it cracking, man. Okay, so video file. Okay, so let's watch the first clip over here. Okay, let's get it cracking, man.
The headlines as politicians were stunned by shock results. Shout at the headlines as politicians were stunned by the rise of far right-wing parties in the EU elections. But the real surprise is, why was anybody surprised? Support for these popularist parties wasn't just likely, it was expected. Yet politicians and the media were as surprised as they were by Brexit and Trump's victory in 2016. How did this happen, they asked. The answer is simple. Ignore what voters want for years, dismiss their concerns, and they will eventually turn to someone else. Sound familiar? It should. In Britain, Rishi Sunak is shocked to see Conservative voters turn into Nigel Farage's Reform UK. Similarly, across Europe, mainstream parties are losing voters by the millions. French President Macron called a sudden election, hoping to show Marine Le Pen's weakness. Germany's leader faces demands for an early election, and Belgium's Prime Minister resigned after his party's extremely poor performance.
Okay, so that's the first clip there. Okay, so we've mentioned, okay, he's mentioned that in numerous countries, right, particularly one country that we love as passport bros, Germany, we're seeing a shift towards that. Okay, so let me move from studio and let me bring up another clip here so we can get a greater context here, brothers. Okay, hold on, brothers. Yeah, just about to criticize.
Elections. Who won the European elections? The results are almost all in, so let's have a look together. What we're seeing all over Europe is a breakthrough for the far right. Around a quarter of the elected MEPs belong to various European far-right parties. The far right came out on top in France, Italy, Austria, and Hungary. They also scored well in Poland, Belgium, Germany, and the Netherlands, among others. But these different far-right parties aren't necessarily united at the European level. After the last EU elections in 2019, there were 115 far-right MEPs. Now, there will be 178, but we still don't know whether they will form one or more groups, because there are strong disagreements between them. Germany's far-right AfD party, for example, was expelled from its European parliamentary group in May. The Greens, who usually score well at the European elections, suffered losses. There will be around 52 Green MEPs in the next parliament.
Okay, so we've got some context there. Okay, so there's clearly a shift towards the far right in the West, right? Now, I want to make it in Europe, right? I want to make it very, 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 I want to make it very, very, very clear, brothers, okay? I am a conservative, and Theo is right. But me speaking for myself, right, I am not far right. There's a clear difference here between a far right person and a conservative. Okay. So I'm making that very, very clear about this. Okay. So why is this happening? Okay, in 2024, why are some European countries, okay, particularly some countries that we are interested as passport bros, moving towards the far right? Okay, so let me bring up one point here. Okay, so I think that the first point here, okay, and I think it's very clear here, is that woke culture, wokeism is getting out of control, right, in European countries, in America and Europe, because we know that Europe looks up to America and takes from American culture. Okay, woke culture in the TV shows, in the music, in the education system, and people are sick and tired of it. Theo, do you agree there, Theo, or do you disagree, brother, as to that could be one reason why it's going more and towards the far right, bro?
I think that's one part of it. I mean, the far right in Europe, especially like we look at Le Pen and others, has been there since the early 90s. So it's just a question of time. And definitely people are not liking the woke culture. I know we're not liking the woke culture here in the United States. Several of us, including myself, have quite a lot to say about what we're seeing in programming, what we're seeing in Disney in particular, and other locations. We're like, we're done. This is enough. And basically, we're making our voices being known by voting or by our purchases. So something has to be done about it. Well, I mean, there's some things I don't mind, but there's a certain part in which I kind of put my hat, what can I say? I hold the line, and I say enough's enough. We've gone too far. So I'm not surprised. If you look at, again, history of politics, these kinds of things usually happen when politicians have forgotten the will of the people and they go too far in one direction over a certain length of time. Eventually people start getting, I don't know, guillotines out. They start going crazy. Say it. Oh no, enough's enough. We're done with it. Okay, let's just take care of this. So, yeah, I agree. There's a lot of points here to discuss about why this is actually occurring.
Awesome. No, brother, great point there, Theo. You mentioned how Marine Le Pen has been there since the 90s, right? But I say, brother, in the last 20 years, right? No, actually, the last 15 years, something has seriously gone wrong in Europe and in the West, where we've seen certain topics, certain ideas, particular agendas, right, go into overdrive, Theo. Right, now it's always been there, Theo. Right, it's always been there. We see it here and there, right? But it wasn't to a point where it was annoying and actually bothering people and actually infiltrating every single aspect of our lives, Theo. Right, the music is brainwashed with it. The education system is brainwashed with it, brother. The movies are brainwashed with it, brother. The TV shows are brainwashed with it, brother. Okay, and the majority of people aren't like that. The majority of people don't think like that, right? It's certain ideas are being pushed by the European elites that people have had enough. We've had enough, Bill. Bill, do you think that that's a reaction to to the agenda being pushed, that people are fed up? Listen, I'm going to vote for these people. They're far right and they are against every single aspect of wokeism, Bill. Do you agree with that, Bill? Pick it up, brother.
Yeah, I do think so. I do agree with that. And I have my own issues with this personally, because I look at the various politicians, and it's hard. There's some things are definitely hard, but I have plenty of conservative friends who are hardcore conservative, and they don't care. They're like, we're getting rid of woke, and we're doing it now, and we don't care the cost, and they don't care what it means either. So yeah, there's going to be a change. Part of this going against woke culture was, Brexit. The UK leaving the European Union. I was against this because I thought, particularly like London being the financial hub of Europe, was a very advantageous to the UK. But there's a lot of people that are like, hey, look, we're sick and tired of what the EU is making us do, and we don't want that. We want to have our own culture, our own autonomy, and we want to be away from these people. So there was Brexit. So it makes sense that this is going on, and this is actually a weakness of the West at this point.
Facts, bro. Facts, bro. Absolute facts. So the next point I want to discuss here, right, as to why Europe is going far right, is because of feminism. And I know that might sound a bit crazy here, right? But hear me out, brothers, please. So what I'm saying here, right, is that feminism, right, is not only a leftist idea. So what I'm saying here is that feminism only hasn't, taken over the leftist ideologies, right? I'm actually seeing feminism, right, amongst conservative commentators in the US and in the UK. But I'm thinking, right, I thought feminism was a leftist idea and agenda. Why am I seeing conservative women, talk about feminism, talk about being independent? And Theo, I remember you mentioned this a couple months ago, right? And I thought, Theo, are you sure about that? Are you sure that a lot of conservative chicks are feminists in America? But Theo, me doing more research, Theo, recently, and they're talking posts on Twitter, on interviews, they're quite feminist, Theo, right? So yeah, feminism, right, that has infiltrated and compromised not only the leftist movement, but also the conservative movement as well, Theo, right? And people are thinking, I don't like feminism, and which is a fair point. I don't like it too. And they're thinking the far right doesn't embrace feminism, so should I be voting for them? Break it down for us, Theo. What's your thoughts there?
Well, I mean, the conservative women, it's amazing how many conservative women, particularly church-going conservative women, are deeply feminist in nature. And they'll say one thing like that looks conservative, and then they'll say and do a very feminist action afterwards. And we're kind of looking like that's not conservatism, that's feminism. And I mean, I have it with my church group all the time. Women saying that they're traditional and they're conservative, blah, blah, blah. And then when they start talking and start doing things, it's like, oh, yeah, they're actually feminists. And I look at them, and one of the ways I can always tell if they're really feminists is I just say, I'm going to use my passport and go abroad and marry somebody else. And they're really angry about that. And they're like, why don't you marry someone inside the church? Why don't you get us? Why don't you get one of us? Right? And they're really violent against it. Whereas a conservative woman would be like, I respect what you want to do as a man. Go ahead. They don't have an issue with it. I even showed I showed white American women who married Japanese men in Japan, and I said, was this oppression? And they said, no, that's toxic. I was like, that's funny, because it's just anything they don't like, they just say it's toxic. So basically, feminism is deeply inside the church. It's why men stopped going to church. Feminism is deep legally inside the institution of marriage. It's why men stopped marrying, right? And even look at France. A father cannot have his children DNA tested. That's a part of the law, right?
Yeah, I heard about that recently.
Right.
Damn.
So he has to figure out some way to do it, to hide it. I mean, that's not an abuse of power. I don't know what is. Like that's some crazy crap right there. And even if he shows that the child isn't his, he's still required to pay. I mean, that's some crap. So that's why these are just examples. We're talking about the employment situation. The employment and salaries and taxes in Western Europe are all whack. And it makes an environment where innovation is pretty much squashed straight out. And you can't really, those who work can't be compensated. What happens is that you have people who work, and then their labor or the marginal product of their labor is distributed fairly among everyone, which is crazy. So the engineer who can do the job, he has to give his salary either in taxes or other way to everyone else who isn't even contributing. And this is some crap. So this is why Europe is such an issue, right? And there's some big problems. So you have that, and then also all the immigrants that are coming over because of the wars. So you have the Syrian issue in Syria, and then North Africa happening. Those two alone are stressing the European system, and they're allowing these people to come in, and then they're also allowing them to still practice Islam and have that recognized. And that is, for most of Europe, that's like a cultural taboo. You're going against the grain right there. And so you have people who are like, hey, look, this is my country. I want to be Christian here. I can't go to the Middle East and be Christian like I want to. This is my country. We fought for this land. We want to be Christian here. I have to go deal with this other religion, and my taxes are paying for this? What the heck? And they have a legitimate right to say that. That's legitimate frustration. And people to say like, oh, you shouldn't think that way, you're blah 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 blah. People are like, I'm going to vote against it. That's it. And so that makes sense. I mean, I get it. I understand the situation and what they're feeling. So the fact that they're going to the far right kind of makes sense.
Theo, let me push back there a bit, Theo, right? So in regards to the immigration crisis, right? Okay. So obviously a lot of Syrians coming in, a lot of Middle Easterns coming in, people from Africa coming in, but who's responsible, in your opinion, Theo, for these wars going on in the Middle East, in Africa, right? But wouldn't you say that how Europe does things, how America does things on a geopolitical scales, that their foreign policy, right, has in some cases, right, kind of pushing out locals from their country because of the wars into Europe, Theo. So can you blame them? But that's what liberal would say to you, Theo, right? And how would you respond to that?
Well, we've had this. I mean, Putin not being involved is a joke. Of course, Putin is also involved in this, and of course, Russia isn't accepting any refugees. Instead, they're making refugees in Ukraine. So I understand what the liberals are saying about this. I get it. But the far right doesn't care. If they don't like it, they don't like it. And they're going to vote against it. And that's something that the liberals need to really understand. These people on the far right do not care anymore. They're fed up with the situation. So I'll give you an example with Trump in the United States. I mean, Trump right now is a convicted felon. He cannot vote for himself in the election. He can't vote. He's a felon. All right, but he might get elected. There's a great likelihood he's going to get elected. Now, the right has said for so long, you wouldn't vote for anyone who's a felon, of someone who has this or that, blah blah blah. With Trump, they don't care anymore because they will do anything to counterbalance the liberals and the left at this point. And I don't, at this point, I kind of don't blame them. I see why they're thinking this way, and they're like, we're done. We're not having this anymore. This is over. And then they can go into the institutions and change things. I mean, I don't know, did you see the report on the Homeland Security regarding the manosphere?
I saw that, yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, so there were several content creators that I religiously follow who were specified as being a problem to the state. So these, like, one of them is Sandman, and he's in Canada. If he's such a problem, why can't he show his face? So these are people, they can't even show their face on YouTube. They are so scared for their security that they can't say it. But they're determined. They're like, state government funding was used to identify them as enemies of the state. See, this is why I say we've gone too far. The liberals have gone too far. It's basically, it's anything that's against their agenda is a state terrorist or something that needs to be taken apart and dismantled. And like, no, it ain't like that, man. So I understand what these guys on the far right are saying. I get it. And they're not our enemies, to be honest. They're people who just want change.
Damn. So Theo, so back on the topic of feminism, right? So feminism has compromised the left and the conservative part of the political spectrum, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it enough for someone to be like, okay, because feminism has compromised both the left and the right, I go vote far right because I'm so against feminism, and I feel like me voting for a far right party is me campaigning against feminism. You know, should it be taken that far, Theo? You know, shouldn't he, try and get into politics or try and campaign against it? Do you think that it's worth becoming a far right supporter because you're against feminism? Theo, is that a fair point there?
No, not at this point. The system is too far gone. That's not, particularly for us, it's not worth our time to do that. I would say become a passport bro, leave the West, marry someplace else, and create new institutions and new structures abroad while you're making money from the West. And you're contributing it through intellectual property, sure, like you're doing programming, cloud, databases, things like that. But we're living someplace else. We're making our families put someplace else. That actually would make sense. But we're not going to buck the trend at this point. It's not. This is the way I look at it. We won't buck the trend. Our children won't buck the trend, and our grandchildren won't be able to buck the trend. That's how ingrained it is at this point. So we have to abandon ship.
Whoa, but you're saying that feminism is so ingrained in the cultural zeitgeist in every single part of life that there's no point trying to campaign against it. There's no point, trying to change things within the core pillars of the West. You gotta leave the West and find somewhere abroad where it's not being poisoned. Is that what you're saying, Theo?
Yeah, and not only you, your children and your grandchildren have got to do the same thing. They've got it. You have to have the entire line outside the West. So your grandchildren might have a passport to the UK because they're historically British, for example, but maybe they don't speak a word of English. They have no idea what's going on, and I can definitely see that happening later on in the future. But maybe your kids are third generation Panamanian, or they're third generation. Your grandchildren are third generation Japanese, something like that. That would actually make a lot of sense to me.
Facts, bro. Facts. So, Robert, the next point I want to discuss as to why people are voting more towards the far right. Now, I don't know the particular stats here, but I'm assuming that it's more men than women who are voting for far right parties, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So, and I would say, right, the reason why men are doing so is because men don't feel valued in Europe anymore, and the loss of traditional values, chivalry, the actual nuclear family has eroded in many parts of Europe. Let's keep it real, because this particular issue is affecting a lot of Western European countries, Spain, Germany, France, Belgium. Okay, and these countries here have taken in that liberal pill. Okay, and men are being attacked every day. They're not being valued. They're being shamed for being men, Theo. So you have the left side of the spectrum who obviously are pushing that agenda. You got the right side of the spectrum who aren't really defending men. Okay, so they're thinking, I'm not being defended by the right side. Okay, they're more concerned about immigration, etc., etc. I'm getting attacked by the left side. Who's going to fight for me as a man? Who cares for me as a man? And yeah, far right parties who are reaching out. Hey, I care for you, young man. I know it's tough here. Would you agree with that, Theo?
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that, particularly with the labor situation, because you got a lot of guys who are like, "Yeah, I want to get a job. If I don't have a job, I can't do anything. I'm worthless to society." So the employment is number one, and they've seen their grandfather have problems and their fathers have problems, and now they're of course having problems too. They're like, "Hey, we're sick of this. We don't want this anymore." Like, World War II ended a long time ago. I think we've reconstructed enough. Okay, we can get back to being normal again now. And that actually makes a lot of sense to me. So yeah, these guys are definitely going to go far right. They've been doing it for a long time. I understand their situation and what they're really feeling. There's no program for them, but they're the ones who bear the brunt of not only the change, but the taxation as well. And they don't get any benefit from the new system. So yeah, of course they start voting in a very different manner.
Facts there, Theo, facts. And I think that also ties into dating too. I think, and obviously, I feel like, yes, immigration is an issue for many people. Yes, feminism is also an issue. But I think it's also a big issue where the average dude in many European countries can't get a date, haven't had any intimate relations with any woman in over a year, haven't got a girlfriend, can't get dates, and that builds up frustration. Okay, because now you got leftist women who are angry against men. Okay, you got the rightist women, right, who are also feminists, right, but for some reason it's not working out with average dudes, etc., etc. A lot of dudes ain't getting woman, brother, and they're frustrated, and they probably want things to change for you. Can you bring back certain values? Okay, 'cause I remember back in the day, Theo, right? You could be 20, 21, by then you have a house, a car, and a woman waiting for you. But now, brother, we don't live in those kind of days anymore, Theo, right? It's more liberal, it's modern now. Brother, a lot of dudes are behind when it comes to women, brother. Would you agree as to why dudes are gone?
Hold on, let's break that down. So, I mean, not having the house and the car has nothing to do with feminism. That has to do with corporations outsourcing a lot of their labor and globalism. So the woman also would have a problem as well. So so now what you're having is men who are fighting against the labor market with other men in other countries. And then if they can't specialize, then the value of their labor is going to drop to an international level. And then at that point, they can't sustain themselves. So that's not good for them. They want the prices to be higher, or they want their labor to be, they want to be paid more for their labor so that they can have families, they can support a family. So then you bring in feminism. Well, I mean, there are good things to feminism. I don't mind women voting or working. That's not an issue. What is an issue is if you get jobs that would have normally gone to men going to women because of government programs like this, selecting and say, hey, it's going to go over to these people, or like historically, the man got the job, but we're do the woman this time, right? Those kind of situations are irritating to men because then they have to work twice as hard in order to get a job, and then the time it requires to specialize increases, and now we have an issue. So then we have guys who aren't able to compete in a global market, but even when they get to a level they can compete, their job is given to a woman or some other issue like that. So then they're ticked. Yeah, that actually makes sense. And then at the same time, you have women who are saying that they would rather, be with I don't know, Chris
A
Brown
bear.
or a bear. Yeah. Right. So at this point, this isn't that good. Let's look at the Scandinavian men. Scandinavian men are having problems with their women, and look at how the feminism is working in Scandinavia. It makes sense. So they're saying, screw it, I'm going to Thailand, go get somebody there. So my point is, we're going to keep on talking about this. The threat to the passport bros in Europe isn't the far right. It's actually feminism.
Ooh, why is that?
Yeah. If there was any place where they were going to stop men from bringing home a foreign wife, or stop men from going abroad in order to get married and stay abroad, it would be feminism. That's because this thing is actually controlling. So they want the labor to remain in the West so that it could be transferred to women. So if the labor isn't there anymore, there's less opportunities for transfer. So that's going to be the issue. Now, regarding the far right, most people in the far right really don't give a darn if educated Westerners marry other educated Westerners. They don't care. Like, they have other things to think about. So, like, let's say for me, for example, I'm a Yank. Yeah, Yankee Doodle Dandy, right? So if I go to Brisbane, no, let's go to if I go to Manchester, I go to a bar, find some Sheila, right? Find a woman there, and somehow, I don't know, I marry her. Okay, nobody's gonna care, right? I mean, they're gonna be like, okay, it's a Yank. We understand this. It's happened before. If I go to Ireland and do this, they're not gonna care. If I go to Germany, they're not gonna care. So even those on the far right, they're gonna be like, yeah, as an American getting married to one of us, okay, that's not an issue. The issue comes in if you have Abdul doing this, and the woman converts to Islam or something like that, and now we have an Islamic family member which we may or may not like, and then we have to start adhering to Islamic practices within our area because of a family member. That's going to get people irritated, right? Because I mean, if I marry someone from England or from the UK, nothing's going to change. I'm going to fit right in, right? I'm going to be like, oh, I'm going to eat your fish and chips. I'm going to eat your beer. I'm going to go to your football matches. I'm going to have your sausages. Oktoberfest. Yay. All right. Yeah. Let's go for it. I'll watch Star Wars, the old stuff, before the woke stuff happened. Yeah, we're doing the same things. We have shared history. We're not going to care. We're pretty much fine. But another religion coming in, that's where we have an issue. Yeah, that's where we have friction.
Okay, but okay, so let me speak on this, right? So okay, so we're passport bros, we're black men, and a lot of black men are passport bros. The passport bro movement is a black man's movement. I don't give a damn. Okay, a black man made it, and it became synonymous with black men. Okay, so it is a movement for black men. So we have countries that are becoming more far right in Europe. Okay, but do you think they're going to be happy? A bunch of black dudes are booking flights coming to a country that's ruled by far right people or has a far right sentiment, and they're walking hand by hand with blonde-eyed, blue-eyed, dime 10 out of 10 Beckies, brother. Let's keep it real feel here, brother. Let's keep it a stack feel. A bunch of black dudes with European model-looking chicks, because that's what we can get when we are passport bros. Are they going to be happy with that feel?
They won't care about black men from the West. They'll care about Africans, but not black men from the West. They don't care.
Huh?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. They don't.
Break it down. What?
They don't. They just don't care about that. Because we have a history. these guys, okay, these guys in the far west, they're listening to hip hop, they're listening to rap, they're watching, like, Champions League, they're watching the NBA. They don't have a problem with African American men, or what I say with you, black British, right? Even your history, like Black British, you guys have had freedom without a civil war. Your history is deeper in UK than it is in the US. You're much more entrenched. So for the most part, they don't care. You're a Westerner. You're the same as they are for the most part. Okay, fine. What they care about are Africans coming over. That's the issue, because they are different. That's the real view, is that they're actually different. So because of that, they're going to have some sort of thing going on. So, for example, you have like the video we had like last week or 2 weeks ago about the Africans with Polish women, right?
Mm.
Yeah, that was an issue. But if you had African American military men in their military uniforms and they were dancing with Polish women, no one would care. It would just be a more American GIs dating with the locals. That's it. That's happened for how many decades? So they're not going to care about that.
So, but that is a good point there. So obviously, Europe is moving more far right. There's a possibility that a far right party could win in Germany and in France. But let's drill down in Germany a bit further, because Germany is a passport bro, very popular passport bro destination. You love Germany, brother. I love Germany too. Okay, we all love Germany, right? So if Germany becomes ruled by a far right party, okay, Theo, and you're saying that, in your personal opinion, that won't affect us passport bros in terms of dating, in terms of living there, in terms of jobs. We're good across the board in a far right ran country, maybe like Germany in the future.
If it's far right, center right, left, or far left, getting jobs in Europe, no. That's not something we can easily do in Europe. And that's because of their welfare state. So that's something that I wanted to do. And I looked at the system and I said, there is no way that's going to happen. No, ain't going to happen. Hold on, I got to make a comment real quick. I saw a comment in the chat. I've got to go after it. Big Cheese. Yo, bro. My first girlfriend was Russian, and I dated her in Russia. Blonde hair, blue eyes. Dating in Russia, as long as there's not a war going on, dating in Russia is like fish in a barrel. Right now, being with Ukrainian women, not an issue. Ukraine is one of the easiest places to date right now. I have several matchmakers talking to me about this. There are many Western men and black men among them in Ukraine right now, scooping up women left and right. It's etchy, but they're like, yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on right now. So also in Poland, we are definitely dating them. So not only dating and marrying them, but breeding with them too and making kids. That's not an issue. You're uneducated, bro. You're not seeing the situation. We can definitely go in those areas and date. The only problem we have right now is that with Russia is that we're Westerners, and our Western military is weapons are being used to kill over 500,000 Russians. That's an issue. So you may not want to go to Russia over that. I don't know. Kind of less worrying to me, right? But outside of that, if there's no war going on, these Slavic women love black men. Tell you, and they also love Latinos. So understand that they like us.
Awesome. Let me read the super chats for you.
Sure.
Shout out to Mr. Guy Incognito for the support. WHT people are a shrinking population. That's why.
Yes. We have a problem with that. Yeah. I agree with this. Okay. Feminism and Marxism has done more to eliminate the white population than any war has in history, because it does historical elimination and basically a repudiation of white women giving birth. And because of that, they can't have strong nation states. So in particular, if you look at Soviet Union, their reproduction levels were notoriously low because the woman wouldn't give birth, right? So they having issues, and now those issues are spreading, or they have been spreading to Europe for a while, and now they're in the United States as well. White women consistently do not reproduce. This is an issue. So yeah, of course they're irritated. Yeah, this is what I make more money than I make more money in 1 year than my parents did in all of the 80s combined. And yet I have pressures having a child in the United States, and they did not. What the hell? Like, that's an issue. And if I'm having this, I know my white friends are definitely having this because they're not making as much money as I am. They're not at 600,000 a year. They're barely at 150 to 120,000. So how are they going to reproduce? So yeah, this is an issue. Yeah, they can't have kids.
Damn. Shout out to Guy Incognito again for the support. It's not what culture, it's economics and racism. I think it's a mixture of all three, brother, in my honest opinion. What culture is definitely a problem in Europe, brother, in terms of demeaning men, feminism on both the left and right spectrums. Yes, economics too, in terms of, the economy in general, but economies go up and down. It's just the way economies work. It happened in 2008, happened in the 90s with the dot-com crash. It happens, bro. But for me personally, for us, or for me, speaking for myself, it is the woke culture, it's immigration, it's how they treat men, and it's feminism. Ain't that right, Theo? Do you disagree or agree, brother?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. That we're just having some big problems over this, and the economics are bad. This is an issue, and then again, national identity, what you're doing on your land is changing, and people aren't liking this. So yeah, we've definitely have an issue.
Yeah, facts, bro. Shout out to Mr. Jughead for the support. Good morning, IP and Theo. Personally, I'm glad Europe is moving to the far right. Interesting, bro. That's an interesting statement. This will force black men to start acting like men and build. Ooh, do you agree or disagree with that, Theo?
I don't think it has any relation, because if you are a black man in, like, I see you're in the UK, because that's a British pound super chat. Thank you very much for that. But you still have your welfare state, so it doesn't matter if it's far right or not. Your welfare state is so abusive towards you that, I mean, what can you really do? I can't operate. Well, for me and for everything that I do, I can't operate in the UK. So maybe, but not really. I don't. Is there any wealth transfer going to black men regarding if they act a fool or they wear a suit? I don't see it. It's basically if they act a fool or wear a suit, they're going to be paying taxes. Right. That's the reality. So that the problem is the guy who wears a suit. Why is he wearing a suit? That's the question. What's his benefit? And since we don't have the answer to that, that's why you guys in the UK in particular need to become passport bros. But this is more of a left problem with the welfare state than it is a far right issue.
Facts, absolute facts. Shout out to the Jughead again for support. Appreciate you, brother. Own our Black Singapore's guitars, love and respect from the UK brothers. Thank you, bro. Yeah, that's a goal, man. That's a goal, man. Hopefully it happens for us one day in our lifetime. Shout out to That Doesn't Work For Me, brother. Is the feminism in Europe on the same level as the feminism in America? That's a great question.
I would say no, because it's more entrenched. So what we're experiencing right now, this has been in France since at least the 80s and 90s. This is nothing new in France. So you guys notice, again, if you guys listen to me on my podcasts, I love France. I was at the Sorbonne. I love French. I love French literature. I've got, if you guys would look at my shelf right now, I got plenty of French books. Love studying France. Do I ever say to date a French woman? Nope.
Nope.
No. I don't think about them. I don't fantasize about them. I don't do anything. They are the ultimate in. I don't even say like bonjour, ça va, like that. No, it's a 0. That's how feminist they are. And that's how I treated them in the 90s. So us doing this right now, this is us catching up in the West, on the Anglophile countries. But France has been this way for a long time.
Facts. Before we start right to some clips here and wrap up this first segment, good comment here. Black men are directly harmed if either the woke or the far right get in power. Black men don't benefit from either group ruling. I agree with that. And that's why we're passport bros. That is exactly why we're passport bros, brothers. You know, or are you referring to in Europe? Oh, you want to say something, on, bro?
I would say there's no benefit to either one of them in Europe at this point. For us, we're talking about Black Western men. I don't see there's any real benefit, because it's not like the far right is coming out and saying, if we take power, there's going to be mandatory DNA testing for all children at birth, right? So that's not going on. The far right isn't saying, for example, you can, if you're a Western man and you marry abroad, we'll expedite your marriage visa so you can bring her back home easily. That crap ain't happening. So I don't see where the far right is promoting or even taking away from a Black family. But woke, no, man. The woke culture is disastrous towards it. Yeah.
That is a very great statement there. Tell me what the far right can do to break up the Black family. Actually, in fact, right, the far right will probably encourage the Black family based on their ideology. They probably want more Black women, Black women. But the woke system, right, wants to push Black men against Black women and Black women against Black men, and push out all sorts of agenda, rainbow stuff, feminism, and it's working, bro. The Black family is completely broken in the West, in America, in the UK. So actually, the far right community, right, if they stand on their word, Theo, and their principles, they would want more Black men with Black women and vice versa. That's a flipping fact, bro. Let's keep it real.
I think they would just want more Western men with Western women. As long as that there's a marriage, that's a stable marriage going on, they don't care. That's what they're thinking about, that fundamentally, or the ability for men to get jobs and then provide for a family, and not have the state interfere, particularly from a taxation point of view, and then secondly from a regulation point of view. That's what they would really want to have. Even myself, when I look at, like, let's say I had an opportunity to go work in the UK or Paris, at first I would be overjoyed, and I'd be like, am I going to be taxed under that system? And if I am, I'd probably be like, no, I can't do it, bro. It's not going to happen. It's just this isn't good for me. There's just too much taxation. This is not good. How am I going to survive? So they really need to change their systems. So, like, if the far right came in and said, look, we're going to get rid of all this regulation, we're going to get rid of all this taxation, you can fire people, we're going to reward people who work, and this welfare state is out, and let's just take 25% of it out, and basically we're not going to allow so many immigrants in. That'd be a good start, right? That would actually, for the far right, for a lot of people in Europe, that'd be a good start. And then also, if there wasn't any shaming people for having to respect Islam in Europe, like, if they can, like, hey, you've been Christian here for like 2,000 years. If you want to keep on being Christian, you're not doing anything against Islam. You just don't want to do anything with it. That's it. It's like Hindu. You just don't want to do anything with it. You just keep on being Christian. Okay, that would go a long way with these people. They would actually like that. So I think that, it's just some things that the right can do.
Facts, absolute facts. Shout out to Mr. Jacques for books. How do you say that, brother? How do you pronounce it? It's a French name, isn't it?
Thébault.
Thébault. So Jacques Thébault. Awesome.
Jacques Thébault.
Jack Tabo. Theo, I live in the Northeast, Boston Metro, 32 years old, love Asian women, but the race is here. Damn. Only cracked a couple around a lot of Mandarin speakers. Should I learn Mandarin instead of Japanese? Go on, Theo.
You should leave the West and not date women in the West.
Mhm.
This is what we constantly say. Do not date women in the West. The only thing this is what I heard. Theo, I live in Northeast Metro, Boston Metro, 32 years old. I love Western women who look Asian, but they don't like me. Duh. Okay, so should I learn another language and stay in the West? Why? Go abroad. Go to Japan or go to China if you want that. Don't date Western women. You're talking about dating Western women. That's all you're doing. You have a cult strategy. That's it. If they're born here or they're first generation here, forget it. It's over. You're not in a good position. Get your passport, leave, go someplace else.
Facts, brother. You won't get an Asian woman in the West. It's possible, but it's very tricky. They worship white men too much. Okay, awesome, man. So to wrap up, that was a great conversation there, Theo. So we as passport bros shouldn't worry too much about far right. Keep doing what we're doing, right? IT to do my Python course, do Theo's AWS course in the future. Stay correct, respect the laws, and we should be good. Okay, we should be good. Awesome. You want to wrap up any closing comments there before we start do some clips?
Keep your eyes out for the far right, but see if they say anything dangerous for you. But basically, the far right isn't going to give a darn if you're a heterosexual male and you want to go to another country, marry a heterosexual woman and bring her back. They'll be like, cool. They don't care. And if you want to go abroad and stay abroad but work remote, the far right doesn't care. They don't. And if anything, the far right might reduce your taxes so you can enjoy more of your money abroad. So, okay. But dude, keep your eye open for it. But a lot of times, a lot of the bad words about the far right are just from Marxists and feminists who don't enjoy the fact that they're losing so much power to them.
Facts, absolute facts. Okay, so let's practice some clips from this week. We have a very interesting one. So how about we start with something, very, very. I know this is definitely up Theo's speed. Okay, he's gonna be smiling right now. Okay, we got us a blazon.
22.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
22?
Yeah.
Okay. And where was you born at?
I was born in Bangkok.
So you are mixed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mixed with black and Thai?
Yeah.
It looks like you're tall too. Are you tall?
Yeah, I'm 5'9".
5'9"? Okay, she's real. Can you stand up real quick? We just want to see how tall you are. Yeah, she tall too, so she get the skin color. Very beautiful tall lady. So you get the skin color and your height from black people, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't really want to date a Thai man. Like,
Oh,
to be
really?
honest,
Okay. So let me tell you, what's your ideal favorite kind of man? Who do you prefer?
like me.
Black men? Okay. So, okay, guys. So she prefers black men. All right. That's good. No, that's good. I'm glad you do.
Wow, brothers. Whenever I wake up every day, I look up to the sky and I thank God that I got my passport, man. I thank the Lord I got my passport. And guess what? Renewed recently, got 10 more years on that mofo. Brothers, this is why we are passport bros. So guess what, right? Throughout my life in the UK, I have never come across a half black, half Thai chick. So if I want that though, I got my passport, okay? I book a ticket, I go out there, I get me a blazon, brothers. And look at her. She got that peanut butter brown skin. She got nice body, beautiful smile, and she says she wants black men. She wants a brother. She wants a brother. I mean, we keep winning as passport bros. How could you not be a passport bro when you see a clip like this, man? Flipping heck, break it down for me, Theo, bruv. Oh my goodness, Lord, oh Lord. Oh.
Such women are rare. I'm just saying, finding such women are very rare. So if you want to find one, you're really going to have to go search for one. And you have to go to Thailand or go to Asia to go find one. There are just not that many of them out there. So, and then you would have to survive all the attention of, say, like Thai women who are pure Thai or Japanese women who are pure Japanese trying to get you first. So it's unlikely you're going to get ablation. It's possible, but it's unlikely. So just being realistic. For me, of course, she's very beautiful. I like her a lot. Sure, I like her. But I know, like, some of my favorite women in the world are Thai. And I mean, if I were in Thailand and I saw those women first and they're giving me attention, I wouldn't even have time for dysplasia. I'm one. That's the way it is. So, yeah, there are women like that. Half Asian, half black or Blasian women tend to like black men. That's normal. So, okay, just that it's a very low number. So, how do you actually meet those women? That's the issue.
But Theo, right? A man can dream, right? A man can dream. Even though she's rare, like a Pokemon, Theo, or like a rare Yu-Gi-Oh card, Theo. A man can dream, right, Theo? Okay, and Theo, guess what, right? I'm gonna be real with you, Theo. I want me a Blasian, Theo. I need me a Blasian, Theo. But I want that peanut butter brown skin. I want that long curly hair. Brother, I need that, brother. Please. It's just, brother, I feel like, black men and Blasians are meant to be together, brother. So where can we find the Theo? Do we go Japan to find the Blasian? Do we go Korea? Where is the most Blasians in the world, Theo, in your opinion?
Well, you're not going to find one down the street, that's for sure. So at least get your passport and go to another country. That's where you're probably going to find one. But I would just say go someplace else. So you see him, okay, so you got one in Thailand. Go to Thailand, sure. Go to what else? Where else is good? Go to Japan, Korea, got them there. Yeah, Philippines, got a lot of them Philippines. Right. That's it. That's all I can say.
Have you ever dated a Blasian?
No. Look, I rarely saw them. I don't have time. I got Japanese women in front of me all the time. I got no. Like, I'm gonna go look for a Japanese. Okay, there's a Blasian somewhere over there. There's Junko right here, and there's another Junko. There's Keiko. There's Akiko. I got it right here. Oh yeah, they all want to date me. I got no time for other. No, man. No. It's like, in Japan, you were there. It's like, so you're saying at this station, there's ablation, but you gotta go 10 stations to get her, and each one has a new wave of Japanese women. I don't have time. I can't get that far. I'm staying right at my station. I got plenty of them right here.
Facts.
It's just the way I am. I don't care. like the same thing for Thai. I know where Thai women are in Tokyo. So, like, if you go, like, okay, so you go down here, it's like 7 stations away. I'm not gonna make it. There's too many good Japanese women at my station. I don't care. I just don't care. So
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Passports, get your passports, get your passports. Okay, awesome. So let's move to studio. Let's react to another clip from here from this week. Okay, so let's react to this clip over here. Okay.
how many guys have you been with? Body count?
I do not believe in the body count question. I think that question is so harmful because we can't help but judge people by that number. Especially for women, you've had too much, you're a slut. Exactly. Not enough, you're not experienced enough. And if someone asks you that question, you're allowed to say, you know what? I'm just focusing on the sex that we're having right now. And that's really what's important to me. Like, just cut off the conversation. You do not have to tell anybody. It doesn't really mean anything because, to be honest, a lot of people are having the kind of sex that I explained that I was having, like just hitting it and quitting it or faking it or just get it over with. Or I mean, I wouldn't even say that if you've had sex with 500 people, it literally means nothing. It probably means that you haven't been really in your body and had a lot of great sex, but you've just been maybe a little buzzed or maybe just going out and just getting up your numbers because it's a quick fix that it feels good. You could get the big shot of dopamine, you get that adrenaline of something new, and then you move to the next. I don't think that if you've had thousands of people, oh God, I'm telling you, how many people you've slept with does not equate to how good of a lover you are.
Wow, 500 people. Theo, break it down for us, Theo. What are your thoughts on this outrageous clip? Insane.
Chewbacca, please take me away. Take me away. Oh, I saw the old Sarlacc pit woman. Oh, you look horrible. Like woman, if the number isn't a thing, what about the number of your age? Because you're over 35, honey. I can see that right in your face. So you hit the wall. And now you're talking this way, man. This is a woman coping, trying to get a husband. That's it. And she's tried them all. And she's just trying to get someone to marry her. That's it. She's just throwing that box away wherever she can. And there's a lot of Western women who think this way. Guys, don't try to change these women. Just hear what they're saying, take their word for it, and use your passport and go away. That's it. Done.
Absolute facts, man. Body count is a very serious issue. 500 is that's video game. That's something you only hear in GTA. 500 body count. I think that's okay. That's something you hear in GTA when you're running through chicks on GTA the game. Okay, so don't wife up no chick with a body count that's very high. Okay, like I mentioned, virgin is a priority. If not a virgin, 1, 2. Okay, any more than that, do your vetting. Okay, body count matters. So please ask a question. Okay, and if a woman's been a bit iffy about body count, then you let her go. You let her go. Okay. Theo, how would you spot a woman with a low body count chick if she doesn't want to, give it away, or a woman with a high body count, brother? How would you spot it, brother, abroad or anywhere, brother, for brothers' intel, in your personal opinion?
I talk to them. I look at, there's some key things that I look for. I don't say it though. Because if you start saying and start talking about it, then women adapt, especially the women with high body counts, they adapt. And they try to hide it, so I don't say it. So I'm not looking for a number, I'm looking for a range. And there's certain things I'm looking for. So usually women don't understand it. And so I get them to relax and start talking. And it's usually, like, that's another reason why I don't believe in having, like, the third date shag rule. I usually wait much longer, like 10, 15 at least. And it's, yeah, because I want to see who she is. I want to get what I'm getting into. Remember, if I screw up with this woman and she gets pregnant, it's 25% of my income. So it's $150,000 a year that's going to go to her, plus possibly a portion of other assets that I have. Or if I screw up and I put a ring on it, then it's $300,000 a year that's going to go to her. So you better believe I'm vetting her. Yeah, I don't just play around. Oh, I'm going to get something. No, man. This is just too expensive. So I'm going to sit there and talk with her, see how she acts, see how she responds to my questions, how natural she is, things like that. And just keep on talking and see what happens.
So, but you mentioned 10, 15 dates here, right? So let's say, right, she wants to get on with you by the 5th day. Is that like, okay, red flag, get rid of it? Let's say by the 4th day, 5th day, she wants to get on with you. but you have a rule as to 10, 15 days. Is that when you're gonna cancel her, brother? Because she's being too forward, and she must have a high body count. She wants it very quickly before your date limit.
I just delete her from social media, delete her from my phone number, and move on.
Yeah.
Which is cold. I just straight out get rid of her. I did that in Japan. I had women basically want to sleep with me on the second date, and I just dropped them, and then they bought another phone. This happened 3 times. They bought another phone, called me up, and cried on the phone because I wouldn't date them. I wouldn't put out. Then I was like, no, man, it's not going to do that. It's a beautiful girl too. Remember one in particular in Yokohama, very beautiful. But I needed to know more that was going on. That's all. I'm not going to put out like that. I got things going on, so I'm careful. Remember, if I'm quick, it's how much of my income is it, right? So I need to be careful. Good kisser though.
Facts. Brother, I respect that rule there. Nice one, Theo. That's awesome, bro. So next one to react to. So let's react to this clip over here. Give me 1 second, please. Let's react to this one. Where is it? Okay. So
So according to reports, Russia is sending their warships to Havana, Cuba, and the Cuban officials say for military exercises. Now it's very interesting because, I mean, we're aware of what's going on with Ukraine and Russia, right? And, what side our country, being the U.S., backing who? Of course, they're backing Ukraine, right? Now, this ain't no scare tactic. This ain't no fear-mongering content. I'm saying this is because each and every day you need to live like it's your last, because you never know. You should always spend time, quality time, with the people you love and care most about. Now, there's next week, another source that I just found says this. Now, according to this source, it says that 2 nuclear-powered Russian attack submarines have been patrolling off the eastern seaboard of the United States in the first mission of its kind, so close to shore in nearly a decade, according to U.S. officials. So this ain't misinformation, TikTok. I'm just reporting it so the people can decipher what it is that they want to feel about this and how they want to feel about it. But yeah, it seems like a taunting mechanism in my opinion. But I mean, like I said, spend each and every moment you can with the people you love. That's what matters the most.
okay, brother. So we just heard a brother speak about Russia, making some moves, brother, in America, Cuba, which is very close to America. They're going to send warships to Cuba for major exercises, Theo. So Russia's making some moves, brother. Obviously they got their hands occupied with the Ukraine war, but they also they're a very important country. All eyes on them. Could World War III be under horizon here? Is this a threat to America? Should we be careful here? But it's a very scary time for the whole world at the moment, Theo. This war isn't any time soon. We know Putin is a mastermind. He plans things very, very well. So having warships in Cuba, which is near America, is this an act of war? Is this like a warning shot? Listen, America, don't play with me, America. America, don't play with me, America. No? What's it feel? What's your thoughts of this?
Ukraine has sunk over 15 Russian Navy ships since the beginning of the war, and Ukraine doesn't have a navy. The United States has the most aircraft carriers than any other country in the world. In fact, all the other countries in the world combined doesn't even match American naval power. doesn't come close. So if you put Russia's entire navy that isn't in the ocean, like, because Ukraine makes submarines for Russia, right? So if you put all Russia's navy into Havana and all of China's navy into Havana, I would just see a lot of ships that are soon going to become coral reefs if there is an issue going against the United States. They don't even have any ability to take on the United States Navy. Not even close. America is that far ahead. And then you have Florida, you have Texas with land right there and military bases. I'm not worried about that. So if you have two punk little aircraft submarines that still haven't sunk yet by the Russian Navy off of the East Coast, okay, they're probably happy they're not in Ukraine about to get sunk by them. That's all I think about. It's nothing. This guy talking about your family and stuff, I'm like, yo, bro, stop the FUD. That's some fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Stop that crap. No, man. Russia's Navy is so inept, you could probably get on a rowboat with a disc gun and do more damage against their Navy than their Navy could do against you. I'm serious. Their Navy is a joke at this point. If they can get sunk, lose 15 ships against a country without a Navy, bruh. Nah, I'm not worried.
But hold on here, Theo, right? Obviously, you have your own opinion here about their Navy. Okay, I disagree here, Theo, because I've heard that Russia's military is quite strong, but aside from that, right, brother, Russia's got nukes, Theo. So okay, so let's say America destroys Russia's Navy, cool. Russia got nukes, but Russia has the most nuclear warheads in the world, Theo.
So we would nuke them back, so they know they can't nuke us. I would say the same thing for the UK. If the UK put their entire Navy into Havana and would try to play with the American Navy, I'd just say, okay, you guys are all going to be fish and chips pretty soon. There is no way you guys are going up against the US Navy. We have super aircraft carriers. The stuff we got, it's cuckoo. Like, we're way more advanced in Navy than other countries in the world. Just our YF-22s alone. You guys, no, you're not going up against that. No, man. No, yeah. The person who said Russia did not lose 15 ships, go look it up and count them. The number one that's prominent is the Moskva. The Moskva was their main battleship, and it right now it's in the bottom of the Black Sea. So you can go look it up. Just go Google it. Go count them. All right. So yeah, the America's Navy is overpowered. It's just super OP'd. Man, the UK can't even take them. No, you put UK, Germany, and France together, man. Just we take you out seconds. I'm not even worried. So yeah, we're way strong. This is some little stuff. They don't have the technology.
Okay, spoken by an American himself. Okay, we'll take his word for it.
It's ridiculous how much money we spend. It's cuckoo. We're just super strong. That's it. We're amazingly strong, and our military, our Navy is. I keep on looking at it like they just keep on like they do comparisons between the rest of the world combined against the American Navy. And you just see what we have, the amount of money we spend in our combined arms, and then we look at all the aircraft we've got. No, man. No, it's over. Especially if you're next to our coast. Yeah. Yeah, because we can fly our bombers from our coast. Yeah, we're good.
Awesome. Shout out to Theo. Shout out to Mr. Stephen P for the support. Appreciate you, brother. Shout out to IP and Theo. Blasian would take me out the dating market immediately. I have a dream that one day advanced tech will connect the passport for us all Blasians, one every corner of the planet. Brother, I'll do you one bet here, Theo, right? I want to get 1 million brothers, Theo. 1 million brothers, Mr. Stephen, to wipe up 1 million Blasians on planet Earth. Is that possible, Theo? Can we get 1 million brothers to wipe up 1 million Asian chicks on planet Earth, Theo? I think we can, Theo. I think we can, brother.
Are there 1 million Blasians?
That's a good question.
No, they're not. There's impossible. There's not 1 million Blasians. No. Well, let's be realistic. From our group, let's just try to get 100 men to another country. Let's start with 100. Actually, let's start with 10. Hey, Steve, haven't seen you for a while. Yeah, just start with low numbers in the beginning, okay? Yeah, let's just start. Because people are talking a lot, but how many of them are not passing our courses? I have over 100 certified, okay? So, but how many are actually getting jobs? And then if they do get a job, like how many are actually becoming passport bros out afterwards? And it's an abysmally low number. I'm probably under 5% for my group. How about yours?
Yeah. 1 million, not too much. Okay, it's true. I think there's ain't much Asians out there. I agree with that. But it's definitely over 1 million Japanese chicks, though. I mean, we got to get 1 million black men.
That was a good comeback. I like that. Oh my god, Japanese man. Okay, so Japanese. Yeah, okay, fine. Let's just try in our groups. Just try to get 100. So you try to get 100 of your Python students. I'll try to get 100 of my AWS GCP students, just to go out of the country and date another woman in another country. So let's try to get just 100 of them in the next 2 years.
Let's do it, Theo. Shout out to Mr. Quiet Storm DJ for the hefty, incredible donation. Salute to Quiet Storm DJ. Thank you so much, brother. That means a lot to me, brother. Thank you so much, brother. Salute to you. Just wanted to tap in and show support. Y'all are doing great work. I look forward to attending the conclave in the fall. Awesome, bro. Can't wait to take your courses, IP and Theo. You guys are a true inspiration to us all. Passport bros for life. Your salute to you, Quiet Storm. Salute, bruv. Anything you want to say to him, Theo?
Thank you, Quiet Storm DJ. Again, I'm looking forward to teaching you in class 6. I think you'll be a good student. You got a lot of energy. I think you'll do well in IP's course as well. As some of the other students said, you get out of it what you put into it. So if you put the time in, you'll get something out of it. But if you're just kind of floating by, it's not going to happen. So
facts.
Yeah.
Absolute thanks. Thank you, Quiet Storm. I appreciate both for the support. So let's react to some more clips. Present video file. Let's react to this clip over here. What's this one over here? Hold on. Okay.
21.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
I'm 21 as well.
Okay. How tall are you?
I'm 5'9.5".
Ideally, how tall you want your man to be?
Just taller than me. I have got with shorter men. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Me too.
Not a good experience.
What didn't you like about dating a shorter guy?
I never dated, but it just feels weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm walking around and I'm like, my man's shorter than me. I'm like, that just don't feel right. I don't feel like as a woman, I feel like I'm a man. You know, you want somebody bigger, to take care of you.
Made you feel a little bit more masculine?
Yeah, I think so.
You feel like he wouldn't be able to protect you?
Probably
as
not.
a bigger guy would?
Probably not.
So, a guy like me at my height, you in heels, would that be comfortable for you?
Honestly, it wouldn't be terrible, but what I'm looking for is a man that would be taller than me when I wear heels, which is going to be hard, but, you know?
But doesn't having higher standards shrink your dating pool?
Oh, yeah, but absolutely. That's the whole point. You don't want to date anyone, you know? You want to date the right person according to your standards.
Interesting. But over to you, Theo. You know, what are your thoughts on those two women who are apparently 21? The one on the left, though, doesn't look 21, though. She looks a lot more than 21, but over to you, Theo.
Yeah, because she got ran through, that's why. So that it kind of ages them quicker. The two things that keep Western women single are heels and who's going to do the dishes. Women think more about this than true relationships were emotions, loyalty, and children are actually involved. So because of it, if a great number of them don't reproduce, I don't care. So me, I'm 6 feet tall, 183 centimeters. Would I date a woman who's 5'9"? Because I'm clearly taller than her. No. Most of the women I date, the tallest woman I date is 5'6". Most women I date are 5'4". There you go.
Can I ask why you date women between 5'4" to 5'6", brother? Why is that?
I don't know, actually. It's just been my sweet spot. This is usually where I date. Yeah, so usually Ukrainian is going to be 5'6". Thai Japanese are going to be 5'4". If I get a really cute blonde, maybe she's 5'4" from Ukraine, something like that. That's usually the numbers. Those are the trends. So I'm not usually checking for a woman who is above 5'6". Period. I looked at it. I was like, I actually went through and did a survey of all the women that like I've had crushes on over the years, or like I really wanted to be with. They're all like 5'6", 5'4". It's like a perfect number for me. So these women have to ask these tall guys, what do they want? And if they don't want them, if they don't want a woman who's 5'8" or 5'9", then what are those women 5'8", 5'9" going to do?
Facts. Yeah, I agree with you. I think most men, in my opinion, think 5'8" and 5'9" on a woman is too tall. I think 5'7" is a sweet spot for most men. If the dude might be 6'5", 6'7". Most dudes want shorter women, like 5'6", 5'7". That's a sweet spot there. So these two chicks here, right, Theo, right, particularly one on the in black, right? He asked her about his height. He's around 6 foot, the interviewer, right? So, and her response here, I think she deemed 6 foot as being too short, Theo. Even though she's 5'9", that's insane, Theo. And this shows you that how crazy the dating market is in the West. How can you be a 5'9" woman, right, and think 6 foot isn't tall enough for you? She wants taller than that. And the average dude isn't 6'1" or 6'2" in the West, unless he's from Holland. But in America, it's gonna be very, very rare. So, brother, this is what dudes are dealing with, brother, in the West, bro. High requirements. You gotta be super, super tall. And there's a trend on social media, Theo. They want blue eyes, 6'5", and finance, bro. Trust fund. Get out of it, bruv. Get out of it. Black guys ain't got blue eyes. Black guys most aren't in finance, and most black dudes ain't 6'5". So they ain't checking for us in that aspect, brother. It's crazy, bro.
That guy who's 6'5" is going for an Asian or Latina.
Ooh.
So, I mean, that's just the way it is. He's not going to go for that white chica, that's for sure. I'm not going to go for the Western woman. So, what I say, guys, is don't consider these kinds of Western women. First, don't consider Western women, and then remember, if you go to Brazil, we got a bunch of 5'3s all over the place. Then why would you even consider these women here on the video? You wouldn't. You just forget they exist. That's it. That's just the long and the short of it. I wouldn't even consider them. Just wouldn't even care.
Facts, absolute facts. Get your passport, brothers. Get your passport, man. So, Theo, I want to share an article here. Okay, sure. Hold on. Shout out to Mr. Hannibal for the support. Appreciate you, Hannibal. Salute to you. Hoping you're not the guy from the TV show or the actual movie itself. If you know what I'm referring to, and you don't eat certain groups of in species. Just kidding, brother. Hope you're well, brother. Okay, so let me share the article here. It's about Japan, okay, and it's about Joe Biden coming for Japan, bro. In terms of how he feels about them in 2024. Give me 1 second, please. Share screen IP. Share screen, bro. Share screen. Okay, let's go here. Okay, so the title of the article is called "Japan Won't Forgive Joe Biden for His Xenophobia Gaffe." Okay, so hold on, give me a second, please. Share screen. Let me try and zoom in on this particular page so I can see. Oh, okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. But you know what? It's too zoomed in. Okay, one more. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, share screen. Okay, yep, that is superb, splendid. Share screen, share screen. Okay, let's get it cracking, man. Okay, let's go. So it says today, here is your president, Theo. You know who he is, Theo. Joe Biden of Irish heritage, Irish American. Okay. Joe Biden accused the Japanese of being xenophobic. Japan won't forgive Joe Biden for his xenophobia gaffe. Okay. Then we see here, Joe Biden accused the Japanese of being xenophobic. So Joe Biden just threw a particularly nasty insult the way of Japan, a close ally of the United States at a campaign event. The president accused the Japanese, along with China, Russia, and India, of being xenophobic in their reluctance to admit large numbers of immigrants and of damaging their economies as a consequence. So, why is China doing so bad economically? Okay, why is Japan having trouble? Why is Russia? Why is India? Because they're xenophobic. They don't want immigrants. Immigrants are what makes us strong. Okay, he told a Washington fundraiser on Wednesday. Now, this was quite big news in Japan, okay, and in America too. Joe Biden calling out, Japanese people for being xenophobic, and some Japanese people didn't like that particular time. The insult is being especially keenly felt over here in Tokyo. It comes less than a month later after a lavish and carefully choreographed, can't even say the word properly, love in between Biden and Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida. Okay. Now, okay, so in your opinion, Mr. Theo Waff, okay, do you think, okay, let me go first here, right? Okay. So, in my honest opinion, Japanese people should run Japan how they want to run Japan. Japan is a Japanese country. It is in Asia. Okay. So who is Joe Biden or anyone to tell them what to do? Okay. Let the Japanese people run their country as how they see fit. Okay. Now, if Joe Biden wants to bring in every single immigrant from all around the world, he's entitled to. He runs America. If the Prime Minister of Japan doesn't want to do that, okay, he's also entitled to do so. Okay. Japanese people should run their country how they see fit. So a lot of Japanese people are now feeling some type of way towards Joe Biden. Okay, they don't really like him, like that. In from what I see on social media, from what he said. Okay, and I think they have a right to feel so. I've met Japanese people. I think most of them are kind people. They're great to be around. And Joe Biden calling them xenophobic, can be a problem for you. What's your thoughts for you on this particular matter?
Japan does. Okay. So these countries have looked about the immigration policies of Biden and of the liberal West and have stated no thank you. So they don't want immigration to be that great. And they know that there's big problems with this, particularly with national identity, and they don't want anything to do with that. So they're very correct to keep their borders closed, and they only allow people who are trained to come in. So, like, for example, Japan only allows college educated or Americans and British who have 4-year degrees from a university to enter into their country unless they've married one of their citizens. Well, this makes sense because they don't want no Pookies and Ray Rays coming into their country. But the United States and the liberal West allow, Arab, Latin, Latino, other countries, Pookie and Ray Rays, that come into their countries, and they're like, hey, this isn't a good idea, right? So we have all these problems. Like, look at what we have here in America. We have a lot of people complaining about, all these immigrants coming over. Texas is shipping immigrants to other states. This is costing a lot of money, blah, 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 right? Japan doesn't have that problem. So if the way that I would say Biden, the way that you increase the number of people in your country is by having a good economic and legal environment where men feel safe to get married and have kids. And right now, we don't have that in Japan or in the West. So this is why we have such low birth rates. And you're not going to solve the problem by having a bunch of Latinos come in, right? It just doesn't do it. You solve the problem by changing the laws and changing the economic numbers or economic values. So, Biden, I think you got it wrong. I don't think you know what you're talking about. And this is just more typical liberalism. This is balloon. This is stupidity on his part. But he doesn't mind that white people aren't reproducing anymore. He's not looking at it, right? He doesn't mind that black women delete more children than they give birth. That's an issue. And I don't like that, but it's true. So why don't we look at those things? Well, we want to get our population up. Let's look at that first.
Facts, absolute facts, Theo. And I think Japanese people have every right to feel some type of way towards this statement here, because Japan does take in people. They take in smart, educated people, not just anyone from that. And I think that's how it should be. We have an immigration policy. Bring in the right people for your economy and for your country. Okay, and I agree. If the people are angry, the prime minister, they have every right to do so and be angry at such statements here. Let Japan run its own country how it deems fit. If you've got a problem with that, well, tough, Biden, tough.
Yeah, I tell that to my students all the time. I mean, I'm sure you have students too who talk about going to Japan. And one of the first things I ask them, I say, do you have a 4-year degree or do you have a felony record? Because if you don't have a 4-year degree, or if you have a felony record, you cannot get a visa to Japan. And they're like, well, they should be bringing us over there to make kids. They're like, yeah, that's a cool idea and everything. But they're only bringing in certain people over to breed. They want the top. They want the nerds to go over there and breed. And that makes sense because we make the country stronger. So, Japan has its own way of doing things. So does China, without a doubt, right? Russia has its own way. I understand Russian immigration policy very well. It makes total sense. So I don't have any problem with how Russia does their immigration either. I'm cool with it.
Facts. Let countries run the countries how they deem fit. America, stop trying to control the world. Okay, so let's skip to react to. Okay, video file. Let's react to this one over here. Okay.
What's on your head? Hey Saki, what's on your head?
This is kimono hijab, only available in Japan. That's why very popular among tourists.
Kimono hijab はどうやってスタートしたんですか
？8年くらい前にムスリマのヒジャブをかぶった女性たちに出会ったことがきっかけです。もうあまりに美しいという言葉を超えて美しくて着物でヒジャブを作ろうと思ってそれがきっかけです。
May I know about the concept?
日本の文化であるこちらの着物とヒジャブ、イスラムの双方の素晴らしさをもっと世界の人が知っていただけるようにという思いを込めてつけました。
Check Shasha Hijab for more.
Wow. So, wow. A couple months ago, there was a article that said that Islam is growing in Japan. And after seeing this clip from my research, I can confirm that there are many Indonesians there that practice Islam there. and Islam is spreading amongst some Japanese people and the women as well. So now we have Muslim Japanese chicks. This is insane. This is insane, brothers. In 2024, we have Muslim Japanese chicks. And this is why we're passport bros. Because guess what? A lot of black guys, they want a Japanese chick. They want an East Asian chick. But we know in the West that the East Asian chicks in the West don't like brothers. Okay? And there are many Muslim black dudes, right, that like Asian chicks. But guess what? In the West, right, a lot of Asian chicks ain't Muslim. So guess what, Theo, right? I can tell my Muslim brother in the UK, I can tell my Muslim American brothers, hey, you want to get you a Muslim Asian chick? Go to Japan, bro. It's growing there. Theo, imagine if 1 million Japanese chicks become Muslim. That's beautiful, bro. That's beautiful, bro. Pick it up for us, Theo.
Did you take a bad hit of Syria's shisha or something? Like, did it go down the wrong pipe or something? I mean, come on. 1 million Japanese Muslims? No, man. No. How about let's just try to get 1 million Japanese people to know where Syria is on the map. Let's start there. Look, guys. I have Muslim friends in Japan. I got quite a number of them. They're not getting laid. Straight up. And they have good friends. They can't find a woman who's Muslim. And they're having to go to other countries to try to bring them in. And I talk with them about where they can get the women from. It's a serious issue. I have friends who are in their 40s who are Muslim friends in their 40s who are still virgins because they can't get married. I'm just being honest with you. I got not more than one. I've got more than 10. So getting a Muslim woman in Japan is extremely rare. I wanted to marry a Christian woman there. I gave up when I was 27. I said, I'm done. Because there's so few Christians in Japan. Just the way it is. So Japanese people really aren't religious. They say that Japanese people are 3 religions during their lifetime. They're Shinto, Buddhist, and Christian. So it just matters on the time. To be honest, most Japanese are atheists. So they'll wear a hijab. That makes sense to them because that's a part of their culture. So they're just blending. That's okay. That's fine. They're putting their own little spin on it. That's okay. They're not going to be following the religion though. That's for sure. Just they're not like that. The Japanese pretty much, what can I say, decimate religion. They're just not religious people. Yeah.
Damn. So, Phil, do you think a brother can convert to Islam or Christianity if she's really in love with you, or would that be hard?
It's not going to happen. Didn't happen with me. That didn't happen with a lot of my friends who were also Christian and their wives were not Christian. Mm-mm.
They tried to convert. Damn, it never happened.
No. In fact, you're the one who's probably going to face an issue because you're trying to go to either prayers on Friday or go to church on Sunday. It ain't going to happen.
Okay, but guess what, Theo? But there are Christian Malaysian chicks, Christian Indonesian, Muslim Indonesian chicks in Japan, and brothers can have their pick in there, and
go to Indonesia or Malaysia. Go there because there's a lot more of those women there. Like that would make sense. Go there, get your freak on there. That's one of my suggestions. I got friends who, again, Muslim in Tokyo, and I always talk to them about going to Kazakhstan to go get a wife. It just makes sense. But the amount of stipulations that they talk about has to be a certain age, a certain like height, blah blah blah, and I'm just like, you're rich compared to these people. Just go over there and find the youngest girl you can possibly find and put a ring on. I just say it like that, right? But you got Muslim girls who have all these requirements, also kind of delusional. So I say, just find a Muslim girl in the middle of nowhere. They're there. Try to hook up.
Awesome. So next clip to react to. So another Japan clip, right? But this time it's about how Westerners are behaving in Japan during the holidays, brother. It's been big news, and it's been very obsessive with it. So, brother, it's two clips in one, okay? So the first one here, okay, is this one here. It's insane, bro. Okay, hold on.
عشان كذي اليابانيين يتشكون من السياح. شوفوا 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 شوفوا. You can't do that. Oh my goodness. That's so rude. إذا جيت كيوتو لا تسوون اللي سوتها المرة.
Damn. And one more clip, brother. Okay. And you know Japanese. Your Theo looks traumatized. You good there, Theo? Damn. Hold on, Theo. Don't worry. You're gonna react to it in a bit. Hold
yes,
on,
I was traumatized by seeing that. I was totally traumatized. I could not believe I was seeing that. Yeah, cringe level. This. Oh no. Oh. Okay, go ahead. Next one. All right. I had to look away. I couldn't see the whole video. There's no way. No way. Oh no, I can't watch.
Do you want to comment on that as to what's going on there with foreigners outside and moving in Japan, bro? And
So this is why we need samurai. We need someone with a samurai come out and say, do some kubikiri. That do some decapitation. That's what we need right there. You don't do that. That's incredibly disrespectful. You just don't do that. Like, somebody needs a check right then and there with force. Like, you just don't do that. That's no. So that Western woman needs to be checked right then and there.
Yeah, I think that's incredibly disrespectful. That's the Japanese woman's culture. You're up in her face taking a picture. You're following her around. You're doing that. And I guess what, I'll be real with you. I ain't seen no black person do this, bro. It's always them.
Yeah.
It's always them that just have to take the disrespect to a whole different level, bro. And thankfully Japanese people can see that. Listen, don't listen to Western media as to how when they say, oh, black men do this, black men do that, black people do that. No. Now they're seeing here that in many cases there is them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay. So I'm just trying to put it to you guys to something you guys can understand. In the UK, they've got these honor guards all over, like not all over, but from Westminster to Buckingham Palace, there are a number of honor guards, right? You know what I'm talking about. They stand there at guard. And you are not to talk to these people. That's just it. As a tourist, you're not to don't even make eye contact. They're there for a purpose. Don't mess with these people. Go to something else. And every once in a while, you see a stupid American doing something with these people. And I just look away. I'm like, okay, whatever happens to you, I don't care. I know not to do anything with these undercover. They're doing their job. It's the same. This woman in Kyoto, it's the same kind of idea. Of course, black people don't do this. No, they know better, and they're not traveling to that degree. But the level of insensitivity, insult, is beyond comprehension to me. Horrible and high. If a guy came out with a katana right there and just took her out, I wouldn't be surprised. I'd be like, yep, she deserves it.
Damn. So another one I want to show you, Theo, and it, again, is foreigners disrespecting Japanese people. Now, you know Japanese, so definitely want to hear your thoughts here. Present video file and this one here, okay? So to give some context here, there's this guy that those tour guides for Japanese people. Apparently, the tourists were doing disrespectful things in the shrine somewhere in Japan. But let's break it down and see.
私がなぜ怒ってるかも伝えてないですよね。
Enough.
When you kind of like
Enough. Get out of my sight.
Yeah, okay. Now, do you speak English? Do you speak English? Do you speak English? 英語喋れますか？
Google 翻訳があるじゃないですか。あなた日本語もできますよね。
8年国に住んでます。
ああ、はい。いや、そういう問題じゃないです。
Can you leave us alone, please? Could you please leave us alone?
今の発言って、
Could you please leave us
英語が
alone?
できないことを理由に私
Could
は
you
知りた
leave
くない
us
ですか。
alone, please?
差別ですよ
Could you
ね。
leave us alone, please?
なぜここに、なぜここで英語が喋れるかが必要になるんじゃないですか、私に。8年住んでるんですよ
Could you
ね。
leave us alone,
日
please?
本語できるじゃないですか。
いや、日本人と結婚してますよ。
いや、だから、日本人と結婚してる。
I misunderstood and I made it too loud. It's not his fault.
No, call the police. Call the
We will.
police.
If you
go on
continue,
then.
you are being very. Well, you're being very rude. Leave us alone.
いや、ルード、お前や。
Goodbye.
理解してるやん、日本語。
何がお前。
日本語理解してるやん。
何がお前。
大事に扱え
うるせえ、
って言ってる。
お前。黙っとけ、お前。うるせ
あ、
え、
別
お前。
にこれ逆に私
マ
が
ジでうるさいな、
警察に出しますけど。
お前。マジでうるさいな。Do you understand this? I have no idea what's going on.
I think she's just upset that like they
Because the
were being
customer, like,
disrespectful
but
to
they were
the...
not. They were not. No,
I
she's
thought
saying
it was
because the
kinda rude.
lady kind of slammed. Well, it's not.
I mean,
We
it
were
seemed
disrespectful.
It's not
It
because the
was
lady.
sacred.
Because, no.
Oh, so I'll give some context here. The guys are again. This is why I saw on Twitter. The guy is a tour guide, the English guy. He's the people who was touring were doing some disrespectful things in the shrine or whatever, and then a Japanese lady was calling them out for it, and then it bubbled up. So a lot of foreigners are acting like fools out there in Japan, bro. And again, it's damn people. It's not brothers. It's not sisters. It's damn people. Theo, what's your thoughts here? What were they saying? Break it down for us first. You give us a lowdown, bro.
The Japanese woman was also disrespectful this time. She shouldn't, like, what she was saying in Japanese wasn't good, and she was being very tiresome. I've had women, like, I've had this happen to me before with my Japanese wife, and they're just being, bad. They know better. The way that he spoke in Japanese was very good. He knew how to swear in Japanese. He knew how to be offensive. He needed to say "hotoite kureo," which is "leave me alone." Hotoite kure. And he didn't say that. I was like, why don't you say "hotoite kure"? That's the expression. So they should have just walked away. That's usually what happens in a shrine like this. They just kind of just keep on going and say, oh, whatever. What the foreigners are doing, they're doing. It doesn't look like anybody was like doing anything bad. This Western guy actually knows Japanese culture really well. I can tell by his mannerism and how he's speaking Japanese. He understands what's going on. So I don't think he would have been doing anything against the system. So yeah, the woman is I question the Japanese woman at this point.
So, probably, okay, interesting there. I know. So Umaiwa means you, but in a very offensive way, right? I know the same issue.
Right.
Up. Yeah.
Yeah. He's firstly him saying that to a woman. Woo boy, that's really rude. So, but yes, he's showing her frustration. He's saying like, leave me alone. And the woman is continuing. She obviously understands what's going on, so she gets an omai, which is that's the way the Japanese men would talk too, if this was going on, right? She's supposed to be leaving him alone. The Japanese know their manner, and they're not following manner here.
So, brother, obviously this went viral, millions of views. I'm just happy that it wasn't a black man, it wasn't black people. I'm happy that it was white people in both clips. Very happy, bro. Very happy. Because obviously, it's just our image has been ruined for a long time purposely. But I'm happy that it wasn't black men involved in this, brother. I'm super happy, brother. So,
yeah,
I think go on, bro.
Usually, black men at shrines are usually quiet, like me. We don't say anything. We're just very quiet.
Awesome. No, I agree. And shout out to brothers who are acting correct in Japan. Leave it to them people to continue acting like this. I'm very happy, bro. Let's go on. Let's do our own purpose. Ain't that right, Theo?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I definitely agree.
Awesome. Shout out to Mr. The Black Muslim for the support. Appreciate you, bro. Don't call them American. The colonizers, they never left.
Yo, Black Muslim, come on, man. That's okay. But the colony usually doesn't take jobs away from the colonizer. So who's colonizing who? Because the Japanese were very effective in taking American jobs. So it's I can't I get what you're saying. But it's not that, America hurt Japan, but Japan hurt America too.
Okay. All right. So next one to react to, Theo. Let's react to this one over here.
I'm thinking Japanese girls, you can colonize me if you want to. Go ahead. Give me some sugar, honey.
Theo got jokes, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
This one here.
Hi, y'all. I have a question. So, I know I'm not ugly. I know, and that's just real. I know I'm a cute little piece of. I'm cute. But when I tell you, nobody asks me on dates, nobody DMs me, and y'all probably be like, well, nobody you probably like. No, girl. All across the board, it be mute, quiet. In my messages, nobody's ever like, I like you, I'm attracted to you, let me take you out. Nobody. And I'm starting to think am I intimidating? Or are people do people actually think oh, she's too good for me, she got her life together? Cause no shade, if y'all thinking that, are you fucking kidding me, y'all? I want hoes, I want a roster, and I don't have that.
Wow. Wow. So you just heard her, right? She wants a roster. So she just exposed herself. So dudes who've seen this, right, who might have interest in her, may come across a TikTok, and she's out here saying that she wants a roster of dudes, right, to do whatever, right? So why are dudes not going for her? More men are becoming passport bros. More men are saying that there's no point dating Western chicks anymore. And I've told you, right, brothers, right? Whenever I hear an American accent, wherever I hear an English accent or any Western accent, my excitement drops. I was abroad, right, last year. I had an English accent. Man, I went out. I ran away quicker than Usain Bolt. I'll be real with you, brothers. Because there's no benefit in dating Western women, and you're gonna see more videos like this of women complaining, why aren't men, checking for her? Why are men doing that? Why are men doing this? We got passport bros popping off, the RP movement that's popping off. Dudes are doing IT. Dudes want to travel more. It's over for these Western chicks. Slowly but surely, it is over for these Western chicks. So please, yes, continue ignoring them. They're not worth any of your space, any of your time, and any of your breath. Breaking that for us, Theo.
That was direct IP. That was good. I don't know if I can add on to that. Look, it's because we know you want a roster that we're not dating you. We already know. You don't have to say it, girl. We know to avoid you. So men have woken up and become more intelligent, and they know to either avoid this kind of woman and or use their passport and date someone who's deserving. That's it. So these women, I was going to say, guys, people who are watching this, these kind of videos are going to dramatically increase over the next 10 years. This is going to become huge. And I have no mercy for these women at all. They made their boat and then they sunk it. And so we're the ones who got off the boat and saved ourselves. Again, SYSBM, that's who we are. So she's a strong and independent woman. She doesn't need a man. She chooses a bear. She's good on her own.
Facts, absolute facts, man. And shout out for dudes for being on code. Whenever I see videos like this, it brings me joy because it knows that it shows me that the message is working. You know, I've always said, right, you know, I want men to only say these 5 phrases to Western women: good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and goodbye. Nothing less, nothing more. All right. And I want every man to adapt that same particular sentiment. So for me personally, the only time I speak to a Western chick is at work, at customer service. Apart from that, I have no use for them. I'm being honest with you. It's only when I need to speak to them. Pick it up first for you.
Yeah, I don't talk to them anywhere unless there's a camera involved in public space. I literally do not say anything to them. Even in like a park, I'm just riding my bike or something like that. Don't say one word to them. It's unfortunate, but that's like the only solution. So I really encourage men to do the same thing in the West. Don't say even one word to them.
Facts. Get your passport, brothers. Get your passport. Okay, Mr. Theo, Wifey, I added to our mark, brother. It is entirely up to you, brother. Do you want to wrap up or do you want to add some more clips? Of it? Up to you, brother.
We can go to some more clips. I mean, hold on. I'm not seeing anything for work, so I'm okay. So yeah, go ahead.
Okay, awesome, bro. Awesome. So let me see here. So let's react to this one over here, Theo. Okay. Let's react to this one over here. Okay.
Successful. Why are beautiful, successful, emotionally intelligent women really struggling to date today? First theory is that men really need to feel valued, and they feel like women have surpassed that place in life where they are able to provide value. So the traditional man is really struggling to feel validation in a relationship with an independent woman because they don't need to earn for them or provide for them. Women are very well capable of that themselves. What I've observed is that this mentality has really started to prevent men from investing in women who have really established careers and seem like they have their shit together. Oh, she's very successful. Well, she can take care of herself. She's doing this, she's doing that. Where do I fit into all of this? I have a message for the guys who think like this, where dependency and being dependent and providing value in a relationship does not solely come monetarily or through finances. I will bet you that there are many women out there who are in these positions, smart, successful, financially independent, who if you gave an opportunity and asked, hey, what could I do for you? You would find a list of chores, handyman work, emotional support, all forms of ways that they would like to be dependent on you if you would provide the opportunity for them to vocalize their wants. On this app alone, I've heard women time and time express that I would like a partner to be able to share life with and share worries with and be able to take on half the workload of life and be spoiled and treated and doing all the things that sometimes come with a traditional relationship as well. Women
Flipping heck. Theo, break it down for us, Theo.
My ears! My ears! My ears! Oh my goodness! Ah! Because we react like this. This is why you don't have a man. The whole way she talks, it's all on the man's side. Look, guys, honestly, if this should make you get your passport as soon as you possibly can. Really, why would we ever date a woman like this? I don't even. It is horrible. Straight out horrible. She's just trying to market herself and other women to get more men to simp for him. That's it. That's all we have. That's all she's trying to. This is like, how can I get a guy? How can I get more male attention? That's it. That's all she has. It was, I can't make it stop. Yes, it was horrible. I couldn't take it anymore. Really. IP, please. What? I have heart condition. I'm not that young anymore. Please don't make me suffer through these kind of clips. Like, just make it shorter. I was dying here. Look, guys, don't even listen to this. I mean, just get a passport and leave. You'll never hear this abroad. This woman is coping with why she's going to die alone. That's it. That's what it's coming down to. She's coping to where she's going to die alone and how she can get a man to simp for her in her feminist framework. That's it. So, go someplace else. Let her die alone.
Facts, bro. So she's talking about how she knows a lot of independent, financially successful women who want a man, blah blah blah, and she mentions that men feel scared about dating successful women, and she also mentions that how even though she's successful, she needs a man for handiwork, so plumbing, making beds or cupboards, and emotional support. Hold on there. If you're an independent, successful boss babe, and can't you do it yourself? Can't you do it yourself? Can't you build a cupboard together? Can't you make a bed together? Can't you be your own emotional pillow? Bruv, it's just taking men's time and resources. That is what Western women just want from dudes, bro. I have not met a single foreign chick that is spewing out nonsense like this, bro.
Well, notice that she's never saying, I want to share my life with someone, share our dreams together, grow with someone. I want to have love between us, and through our love, I want to create a family.
Take. Yep. You just take from the man.
Yeah.
Time, resources, energy. Do this for me, build that for me, be my emotional pillow. But what about sharing life? What about going to cinema? What about children? What about building?
Yeah.
It's done.
It's done. This is good Lord. I just go to another country. Women don't talk this way. I'm non-Western country. Go outside the West. This is another reason why I say go outside the West, because you don't have women like this. Although I am aware on the subcontinent there is an increasing number of women who talk this way. But I also say don't go to the subcontinent. So solves that problem. So,
what's that? What subcontinent? What's that?
India.
Oh.
Yeah.
Brother, ain't no passport going to India anytime soon, brother. I'll tell you that, bro.
No, man.
Pass.
It's just pass. It's hard pass. Don't care what they say. Just I'm not dealing with it. So yeah, this woman can do her own thing. I don't even care.
Facts, absolute facts. Shout out to Mr. Black Muslim again for the support. Appreciate you, bro. Bro, these women are wild. She has a chat like she is a Blasian. We wanted her until she opened her mouth. A roster. Facts, bro, a roster. Madness, bruv. It's over.
The Western woman wants a group of men to simp over her. And then they just want to change the men out of their roster over time so they get better services over time. Another reason why they don't want passport bros to leave is because that reduces the pool of their available men. So, there's just you already did Black Muslim. I know you got your situation good, man. We got to be like you. Just get out of the country.
Facts, absolute facts. All right, next one to react to, present, video file.
I need some recovery after that. I don't know. I might have to have some Hennessy or something. I don't know. That was pretty hard. I might need some Coke and Jack after that. Just sit back. That was hard to watch. That really was. The more she talked, just the more disgusted I was. I was just like, nah, bruh, nah.
Nonsense, man.
Yeah.
So let's react to something a bit better.
Changed the course of history. Biden's administration just changed the course of history forever with this decision. Today, the US and Saudi Arabia just ended a 50-year petrodollar pact. Anyone who's unaware, the US had a monopoly on trading oil, meaning anywhere in the world, if you wanted to buy or sell oil, it had to be using US dollars. And since we got rid of the gold standard back in the 70s, meaning that our money is no longer backed by gold, it was backed by oil. It's kind of the reason that we went to war and set up so many proxy wars around the globe, was to threaten people and make sure they were using oil and that we had access to it. Not anymore. Going forward, thanks to the decision that was made today, Saudi Arabia will be diversifying its current approach to selling oil, financially cutting ties from the United States. Now, Saudi Arabia alone only makes up around 12% of the global oil production. However, if you go ahead and look at this, you'll see that Iraq makes up 5.3%, Russia makes up 13%, and the United States is sitting in first place at 14.5%. Now, Russia, thanks to its invasion in Ukraine, we don't do business with Russia when it comes to oil production. So Russia is already not using the United States dollar. So now, including Saudi Arabia, we're up to 25% of global oil production not being included in the US dollar. Saudi Arabia.
Wow. Big news, bro. Could mean the end of the petrodollar, which obviously, so to give you some context here, brothers, okay, the petrodollar is how America is so powerful, right? You know, in the world stage. Remember, oil fuels economies. Once you control the oil, once you pump out the oil, you have the power. And America has had a deal with Saudi Arabia for a long time for the Saudis to actually sell their oil in dollars. And Saudis are breaking apart from that, from what I'm hearing, Theo. That's big news, Theo. But it could mean the end of America as a superpower, okay, in the global stage. As an American, Theo, how do you feel about that, Theo? I think that's
no, it won't mean the end of the United States as a major power. The price of oil, especially Saudi oil, has actually been pegged to the euro for quite some time now. I was trying to go look this up real quick, but although it's been trading in dollars, it's actually been pegged to the euro. They just wasn't traded in euros. So now they're just using, like, they're probably going to use euros or some other currency or a basket case of currencies instead for oil. That kind of makes sense for them to do that, to diversify. I'm really not that worried about it, especially given the amount of oil that we're producing right now as compared to the 80s. We're definitely producing a lot more than we used to. And the United States is largely self-sufficient. I believe the United States is self-sufficient with oil. Well, I know we are with natural gas, but I don't know about oil. Maybe we are with oil as well. Probably not, but we're getting closer to it. So in that case, I'm really not that worried about the Saudis doing this. It makes that's a good decision on their point. But we still have manufacturing, we still have ideas, we still have stock markets or things like that. That's where we're still very, very strong. Hold on. I would say if Saudis came out with a stock market that replaced the Dow Jones, then I would be concerned. Yeah.
But Theo, why would you want to be concerned, Theo? I think we both agree that America pushes out its ideologies by its influence, money, control of certain resources, control of certain economies, through foreign policy. So the less America becomes, the lesser it becomes powerful, the better it's for everyone, Theo, because think about it, Theo, like feminism, all this woke stuff is being funded and being pushed by America, Theo, and they do it by the money. But for example, Theo, right, they will obviously, you want money from us, okay, guess what? You got to push out certain agendas in your country. But they tried in Africa, in Ghana under Obama, under Biden. So, but we know how they do things, Theo, right? So when America loses its power slowly, isn't that good for everyone, Theo, and the whole woke culture?
It's not. I don't really look at it that way. I look at it in terms of the big influences. So, I mean, if you're looking at that, well, So countries' options are China, getting money from China, or getting money from the United States, and both of them have conditions attached to it that aren't so popular, right? So, how do you develop without it? That's the big question. Well, get rid of corruption, improve your democratic institutions, and improve your rule of law, your ability to collect taxes, elimination of corruption, and the trustworthiness of the financial sector. If you got all of that together, then you can actually develop yourself. Well, if you don't, then you're going to have some sort of issue. What I look at, again, I look at big things like a market. So if you look at the United States versus the UK, our stock market is by far stronger than the UK. But it wasn't like that before World War II. That wasn't the case. But after World War II, we took it. So if Saudis could somehow, based upon their oil, if they had a stock market which was better and gave like a better capitalistic value in their country than it did the United States, then that would be trillions and trillions of dollars per day, which would be transferred to the Saudis. Then we'd have something. Yeah. Then I'd be like, yep, they're gonna do something. Yeah, now we have to actually pay attention to this. For right now, no, it's something, but it's not going to be something that will break the back of the United States. Not even close. People were saying this kind of stuff before with the euro, and they had the Deutschmark would be the backbone of the euro, so to be a way to compete properly against the United States dollar. Well, look at fiscal policy with the European Union and how they're dealing with their welfare state. It just meant that the Deutschmark became watered down for the benefit of the poorer southern European states, and it was never a threat at all to the United States dollar at all. And so, if you still have poor policies, you're not going to get anywhere.
Okay, interesting, Theo. But we will follow this development very closely and speak on the channel. But interesting move there by the Saudis. Okay, awesome. Next one to react to. Let's see what we got here. So let's react to this one over here. Okay.
People on this planet who need the last people on this planet who need to be giving women dating advice is men. I hate to break it to you guys, but when it comes to dating, women are the ones who have power and control. I'm the one who has so many matches that I can't even go through them. Not you. I'm the one who gets asked out so many times per week that I literally just don't reply back to people. Not you. But one thing I know about men is they think their opinion really, really matters, even when it doesn't. And boy, do men like to give opinions in areas where they're not even experts. So yeah, I don't want to see any guys on here giving women dating advice, telling women how they should think and feel or behave on dating apps, because the reality is you're the one who doesn't have any matches. Women have all the power and control in the modern dating economy, which I bet makes you feel a little insecure, and so you still try and control women by telling them what to do on dating sites. Hey ladies, don't change yourself for a guy. There's a million guys out there. There are so many men on those dating apps that you're going to match with that you literally don't have to settle. You don't have to change your preferences. You don't have to change your personality at all, because the reality is you're the one who's going to have 50 matches tonight, and he's the one who's going to have one.
Pick it out first, Theo. First.
Okay, first, this is a post-wall woman. Straight out, you could tell by the eyes. Post-wall, 100%. Look, lady, we're the ones who control the gateway to marriage. If you get 50 matches, you get ran through by 50 guys, that means you lost 50 more opportunities to get a ring. So It doesn't matter. Working women also get more attention than she does. Do you see working women get, working girls, I'm talking spicy working girls. Do you see them getting marriage? No, they don't. So, guys, women like this are quite another reason why you don't talk to Western women. This is arrogant. All right? This kind of arrogant behavior shows a real weakness within her femininity. This is obvious that she can't get the kind of guy that she wants because such a man knows better than to choose her. So, let her talk this way all she wants. She wants a powerful, strong man that she chooses to simp for her, to be weak for her, and to be controlled by her so that she can feel reassured that she will have a relationship and that she can control him. That's what she wants. This is her policy. This is her goal. Guys, use your passport. If these women die alone, so be it.
Great point there, Theo. Fantastic point there. This clip here shows you the arrogance of the modern woman, because they have all these simps, paying for their stuff, their dates, flying them out to Paris or flying them out to, flipping Turks and Caicos for a dinner date and all that nonsense, right? Because they get so many matches, they feel like they're better than men nowadays. They feel like, all these guys want them. Like Theo mentioned, men control marriage. Okay, and I guarantee you, most men nowadays in the West just run through these chicks, in the dating apps, and when they're serious, they're gonna get their passport, they're gonna get a wifey, and these Western chicks have nothing to show for. Okay, but you got to bear in mind that women believe that they'll be young forever, and they won't. A chick, right, who's 21 will not be 21 forever. She would turn 25, she would turn 29, then 35, and she will be replaced by the next 21-year-old every year. So what I'm saying is that at the end of the day, women lose because we grow in value and women lose their value every year. Okay? And number two, have you noticed, Theo, right, that women don't really age well? That we as men actually age better than women. Have you noticed that when a woman's at 28, 29, 30, cracks start to appear. But a man ages better, Have you noticed that, Theo? Mute.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's actually very true. Women, when they hit the wall, it's not graceful. It's usually true boy like that. It's like a rocket falling down or SpaceX explosion. It's not good for them. I'm into blondes. I wouldn't be into this one, that's for sure. So they have to do better. Like I say, ladies, you can we're not here to change how you think. We're giving dating advice to men, and the advice that we're giving them is to avoid women like you. Use their passports and go to other countries where they have better options. Women who are actually loving, kind, feminine, fit, friendly, foreign. That's what we want. And it's not you.
Facts, absolute facts, Theo, absolute facts, bro. Okay, shout out to Mr. Black Muslim for the support. Appreciate you, brother. For third time tonight. Appreciate you, brother. 2024, sorry, and they still can't find the difference between guys who want to hook up and guys who want to marry. That's facts, bro. That is absolute facts. Shout out to Darius Chambers for the support. Did you get the video of the Filipina interviewing Filipinas on white versus black? If you can send me a message, brother, on IG, I forgot, bro. I'll react to it next week, brother. It's a lot on my mind, brother. Okay.
I gotta make one comment real quick regarding the Saudi oil situation. I was just looking this up. I was doing calculations. If the price of oil were pegged to something like Bitcoin, then we'd have an issue. The United States would have an issue. That would be a total destabilizer. So, yeah, that is something to look at. So, if you guys wanted to speculate and get some cryptocurrency where it could be traded, it could be used by the Saudis to trade. I don't know which one they would do. Probably Burrell would know better than I would. But if that were true, that would be an issue for the U.S. For the dollar.
Okay, interesting. Ruel, I think he knows what coins took into. Facts, bro. Facts.
Yeah. Because the dollar wouldn't be able to inflate itself. So the dollar, they keep on using inflation all the time. So XRP, yeah, okay, that's it then. So I would say go into XRP and speculation that they're going to use that for trading oil. That would be the place to go into, because the U.S. government wouldn't be able to keep on using inflation to pay its debt if the price of oil were actually tagged to XRP, and that it determined the exchange rate with a basket of currencies. That would be lethal. That would be very destabilizing. Yeah. I can see an aircraft carrier being off the shore of Saudi Arabia to give them some democracy. Yeah.
As always.
I'm just saying that's it. So I was thinking about that as we were talking. I was just like, there has to be one area where that would actually be bad. What would be the glass, like the one thing to break the glass? And I was like, oh yeah, crypto. Why didn't I think about that? Yeah. So yeah, XRP. Guys, so get it from us. There you go.
Just want to make it very clear, right? We're not financial advisors. Once again, we are not financial advisors. Do your own research. Do your own research, okay? Make it very, very clear. But great point there, Theo. But do your own research, but we are not financial advisors. Once again, we are not financial advisors. Okay, so next one to react to, let's see here. So this one here is, let's see here. Let's react to this one over here at the top.
Find older men attractive. Why do women find older men attractive? The answer is pretty simple. It's because of what older men represent to women. Typically, older men represent stability, safety, reliability, chivalry, which are all things that women inherently look for in a partner. And this is great news for the men who typically date younger, and also the men who actually are younger. Because it doesn't take much to be more traditional and have good manners by doing things like opening the doors for her, or pulling out her chair for her, or even offering up your arm as you walk down the street together. Or to show that you're financially stable and can take care of yourself. Or even to just look the part by doing things like changing your hairstyle or even your clothing. Like I said, it's typically what older men represent that women find very attractive. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and as always, feel free to save this video as a helpful reminder of why women find older men attractive.
Okay. I agree with that, Theo. I definitely agree with that. And, you know, I'm of the opinion that older men should only date and marry younger women. It just makes sense in any shape, in every shape or form. You know, you've worked hard throughout your 20s, you've been grinding, going through university, getting those IT certs. Things are hard when you're there in your 20s. You're now in your 30s, and now you have women who are 21, 22, you know, who are options for you to date. So please go for, you know, a 21-year-old chick right over a chick who's 30, you know, and a 21-year-old chick right will see that you're smart, you got your ish together, you're mature. You know, you can help lead her and train her to become, you know, a feminine, submissive woman, you know, and she'll let you lead, particularly when she's foreign too as well. Remember, we're only dealing with foreign women here as passport bros. So yeah, you know, there is definitely a love between older men and younger women, and that will always be here on planet Earth until the end of time. No silly feminist, no silly feminism will stop that from happening. Okay, and I know they're trying to stop that from happening. They're complaining about Leonardo DiCaprio dating chicks who are in the early 20s. I say fair play to Leo, and fair play to, you know, all the men who date much younger women. Ain't that right, Theo?
Yeah, I totally agree. The only change that I have is that we want to date younger foreign women. That's all. So, Western woman, thank you very much for saying this. It's very kind, but you're still feminist, and you're the ones who have killed chivalry. So, no, we're not going to date you. So, nice statement, but we're going to go date younger foreign women and make families with them. Yep.
Absolute facts, man. Yeah, definitely, foreign women only. We don't date Western women over here. But thanks for the comment there, Western woman. Your time is served. Go back to being a feminist in your household. Thank you very much. Awesome.
Yeah, I have no mercy for them. At this point, I straight out, I straight out don't care. It's something that Angry Man stated one time in one of his lives. He said the trend that he's seeing is that slowly the Western man is backing off and saying nothing and not even engaging the Western woman, and actually wants to sit back and watch her grow old alone and die and suffer alone. And he's going to have satisfaction from this. And I was like, yep, this is correct. This is what's going to happen. So I really don't care about their future. It's, just go abroad, get a wife there, and continue.
Facts, bro. Absolute facts. Shout out to Yu-Gi-Oh! Master. It's time to duel. UIP, did you show the Japanese video I sent? Yeah, not yet, brother. I'll probably show it next week. Thank you, brother. Shout out to Mr. The Black Muslim for the support again. Black Muslim, you coming through tonight. Black Muslim has supported the channel, the stream today for 6 or 7 times, man. Brothers, we got over 150 people watching. If you like what I'm doing, it is 3:49 a.m. in the morning. Okay, and I've been doing this streaming stuff right for almost a decade now. If you like what I'm doing, if you want to support what I'm doing, okay, please hit the super chats, man. Hit the PayPal donation. Show me some love, man. Okay, join the Patreon. Show me some support, bruv. Because we out here putting in work for you, brothers. I got 2 countries that right this week that we're going to break down heavily, brothers. Because we want to get you out there. So Mr. Black Muslim salutes you, bro, for the support as always, brother. For almost a year now, he's been supporting the channel, brother. Salute you, brother. Thank you so much, brother. Please, thank you, bro. Most compatible couples are older men with younger women, and younger men with older women are compatible in SEX drives. Younger men with older women. Mr. Muslim, do you want to clarify that further, bro? I don't want to see younger men with older women, brother, in any shape or form.
I don't mind that.
Younger men with older women, bro.
Yeah, they're just getting experience. They're just getting some training. So
brother,
later on, they become older men with younger women. That's all.
Brother, I don't want to see any young dude with any older woman in the West, brother, in any shape or form.
He's getting educated. That's all. That's how I look at it. Because it's not going to become marriage. There's no way she's going to feel protected by him. So, I mean, if he gets some experience. Why not? I have no problem with that. I'm just, he's 5 or 6 years. He's with a cougar. And then he stops it, and then he goes out and he dates a 20-year-old. He has some experience. He knows what to do. She just trained him what's going on. I really can't condemn that. I'm like, okay, cool. Thank you for
brother,
the training.
in the West or abroad?
Anywhere.
Flipping heck.
No, I'm straight out cruel with this one. I don't care, because it's the only thing she's going to be doing is training him how to be a better husband for another woman. So why should I care? It's not going to lead to marriage. It's not going to happen. Okay, date an older woman and give up your ability to have children. Like, just think about biology. Think about who we are. That's not going to happen. So he'll be like, okay, I'll knock it for a while. And then when I get to a certain position, I'll get rid of you and find someone 15 years old, 15 years younger than you, who's a fresher version of you. I'll knock her up and have kids with her and make a family. Thank you for all the education.
So all the women's for practice, bedroom practice.
Yeah,
Huh?
it's a practice chick. Yeah, it's and I've had women like just go crazy over me with this one. I'm like, well, what are you talking about? Like, so is your biology going to change? Are your pipes different? So if you're with a younger guy, do you get like 10 more years of fertility all of a sudden? I don't think so. You have the same requirements, the same blah blah blah. This guy isn't going to be able to provide this to you, but he'll lay it down well. But he's not going to be able to provide everything that you want, and eventually you're going to keep on getting older and older because the wall is merciless. And what's going to happen after that? He's going to go get a woman who hasn't hit the wall yet, 15 years younger than her, maybe 15 years younger than him, and that's it. This older cougar will be a memory.
Interesting there. Hold on. Joseph says here, I think Black Americans live in another dimension. What do you mean by that? If you put Poland together with liking black men together, you are crazy, brother. I'm in the UK, brother. I'm not Black American, but in the UK, Polish chicks are chasing after black men. Without a single doubt, bro. Polish women love black men. It's been proven for the past decade in the UK and on my channel. They love black men. So I don't know where you got your points from, Joseph, but Polish chicks are coming after black men as if we're Bitcoin in the flesh. Ooh. Shout out to Mr. American Football Abroad. It's been a minute, brother. How you doing, bro? Respect for all your work, you and Theo. Thank you both for the kind words. American Football Abroad. When will we do the Armenia stream, brother? Armenia. We got to do it, brother.
He was in Armenia?
Yeah,
Really?
he's been there, bro. Yeah, he's been there.
Dang, they got some women there. That's for sure. Yeah, I want to hear that stream. It's gonna be good. Wow, it's a good one. Yeah, good job in Armenia. Ooh boy.
They got some slim, thick chicks out there. We need that intel, bro. ASAP, please, bro. Please. Shout out to Jarvis Chambers for the support. When will you interview Flight Miners about China? I've interviewed him before, bro. I've interviewed him before. I interviewed him last year, if I'm not mistaken, brother. Yeah, I remember him. Yeah. So, okay. Let's react to another clip. Okay, Albania. Yeah, Albania, Armenia. Wherever you've been to, brother, please, let's get that stream done ASAP, please, okay? Awesome. Okay, let's see what else we got here. So let's react to... Oh, okay. Theo, okay. What's your thoughts on this one over here?
Dressed right. What do you think the way you're dressed right now communicates?
Why you gotta bring that up?
Because there's little...
If it intimidates you, just say that.
I'm not intimidated.
At all?
Not even in the slightest.
But you noticed.
I noticed that there's nothing left to the imagination.
There's very much.
Very little.
You can't see my back.
But if you were to bend over...
I wouldn't bend over though.
But do you think it gives wifey vibes? Or
There is no wifey vibes. It all depends on the man. If a man likes a girl that likes to drink and go out and have a good time and dress like a baddie, that's his wifey.
But you can be
Wifey to you can be totally different. You like a cottage housewife, makes you dinner, is home by 5 p.m. That's very much doable.
So you don't think most men want a lady in the streets and a slut in the bedroom?
That's my girl right here. She's a lady in the streets. But when it comes to me, if I gotta throw some ass and I wanna throw some ass, I'ma throw some ass.
Throw some ass then. Got a little white girl twerk on you.
I'm Mexican.
Oh dear. What's happening?
Are you trying to kill me? Are you trying to delete me? IP.
No.
Did you just hear that I was having high blood pressure again? You wanted to get it to 200. Was that your goal?
No, we need your life, we need your life, brother. Please.
Yeah, I need to be alive too, but this is dangerous to my health. My goodness. No. That's not wifey. Sorry. That's not any serious man is not going to think that's wifey. That's not even close to wifey. That's a hit and quit. straight out. That's all she is, a hit and quit. I don't know. Anybody in the chat think that she's wifey? Let's just have a little fun. Anybody in the chat that think that she's wifey, put a 2 in the chat. All right, because yeah, that's a hit and quit for me. I'm looking for the 2s. I'm not seeing any 2s. So
Crickets.
yeah, crickets. No, we're not dealing with that. That's just not. No, man. That's a strong no.
But brother, right, in America, right, some dudes know wife this up, brother. I'll be honest with you. Some dudes know wife it up, and brother, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a brother. Brother, I would not be surprised if it was a brother, bruv. You know, it's a shame.
Sadly, yeah. We got a long way to go to teach brothers about this kind of stuff, but they don't want to listen. So, yeah, that's a point. IP, but yeah. What can we do?
You know, they say the thighs. Oh, she thick, and all her common sense goes out the window.
I know, right? Yeah. That's definitely true. Only a man who wants to give 50% of his resources to a woman who's sleeping with another man would try to wife this up.
Facts, brother. Brother, I also want to mention a point here, right? As to it's very important for men to have actual discipline, SEX, UAL discipline, because if a man who has discipline, right, will see those thighs, see how she's speaking, and avoid her. But a guy who doesn't, he'll become aroused by her thighs, her body, and he wants to smash, and then he smashes her again. She might become pregnant. Now he's got a kid. He can't leave the West. She's not wifey. She's trouble. So men need to have actual discipline, because it will save you, bruv. And brother, in my opinion, right, having actual discipline, right, is a superpower for men in 2024, because it stops you from making stupid decisions. Yeah, you may come across a woman that's beautiful, 10 out of 10, but if she's a feminist, high body count, your actual discipline should be like a spider sense. Avoid. Ain't that right, Theo?
I totally 100% agree. And the problem is that you got a lot of thirsty guys, and guys who are willing to hit pretty much anything. And that's an issue. So they need to learn to have standards, respect themselves, and only be with certain kind of women. Unfortunately, there's a great deal of black men who do not have that at all. And there's nothing we can do about this point. We just keep on kind of showing the way, but it's impossible almost.
Facts, bro. Absolute facts, man. Brothers, have extra discipline and get your passport, man. What's happening here? Shout out to Mr. Ronald back in the building. Shout out to you, brother, for the support. Respect to IP and Theo. Respect to you too, Raul. Appreciate you, brother, for the crypto intel and what you do for the brothers in the space. Living it up, brother. Okay, that's the goal. Blazers are your type, right, Raul? Shout out to Mr. Narman Magnus for the support. They're switching team jerseys, but their mindset hasn't changed. Women are adapting this strategy going forward, and men need to discern better. I definitely agree, but I definitely 100% agree. Awesome. So, I'm going to power on. You let me know if you're once you're tired or you want to. We gotta go. But we're on your time, Theo. So let me see here. So let's rest this.
We can do one. We can do one more. I was just torturing a woman online. She was talking about how good she was, and I found her deleted OF account. So I was torturing her with that one, and then I found her current OF account. So I was just looking at her like what she was writing back to me, and so she's like, "Yeah, you don't know nothing." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know what you are. I know what your value is. It's $6 a month. So it's good. I love hunting these chicks down. I love finding their secret OF accounts. It's so fun to do. I just love their demeanor when they change. Like I like it when they say, "No, it wasn't me. It was somebody else." I don't know. Like, no, it's you. I know that belly button. I know it's you.
Facts,
So
bro.
good. Yeah.
So let me share this actual screenshot, right? So this is coming from your country, Theo, the United States of America, and it is a, let me see, video file. Can I share it? Actually, I don't think I can. Let me see. All files. Can I share it? Okay, hold on. Okay, no, I can't share that. Damn it. Okay, let me see what I can do here. Let me bring it up on my computer. How do I share screenshots? I know what to do. Okay, hold on. Oh, right click, open with Chrome. Let's see. Open with. There's no. Okay, choose other app. Choose another app. Give me Chrome. No Chrome.
Chrome chodai. Chrome chodai. Chrome.
No Chrome.
Chrome chodai.
You sound so Japanese. Chrome.
Chrome chodai.
What does that mean, chodai? What does that mean?
Give me. So I don't. You don't have to say kudasai. In this case, you say chodai. Would be better. So say chrome chodai.
Chrome. The accent chrome chodai.
Chrome.
Hey, you're a joker, bro.
Chrome chodai. That's what
you're a madman. You are a joker, bro.
No, I'm crazy though. That's I kind of just go at full power. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I have an energy source this summer for some reason. I don't know why. It just keeps on going. So
let's react to this one over here. Okay.
Will be single. They are predicting that 40% of women will be single by the year 2030. And don't come for me because these are scientific studies. As in single, never been married, and never had kids. And honestly, I am not even surprised by this study at all. We have normalized hookup culture, and most people are on dating apps just for an ego boost and not to find actual love. Let's not forget how social media has truly made a negative impact in the dating world. So what are your guys' thoughts and opinions on this? Do you think this is actually going to happen? Do you think it's true? And yeah, what are your thoughts?
So it's definitely going to happen, in my opinion. But I'm going to be abroad by then, and you as well, Theo. So whatever happens in the West, right, we actually don't really care. So we report on it, right, to make brothers aware as to, listen, this is happening here. Get your passport. But if that amount of women are going to be single in the West, we don't care, brothers. We don't care. Okay, we're going to be abroad with our foreign girlfriends and wives, and we're going to have great lives abroad. Now, women in their prime years, right, have all these options, and they have become selfish. They've been running through dudes. They've been arrogant. They've been practicing hypergamy, doing divorces. Whatever happens to them in the West, I don't give a damn. That is for the US government to fix. Okay, that's for them to fix, because we won't be in the West by 2030. I guarantee you that 100%. We will not be in the West by then. Crypto would have popped off. A lot of brothers will be, hopefully millionaires, IT game doing very well, in Python, in cloud, living up remote jobs. We won't be in the West. Okay? Break it down for us, Theo.
I think 40% is a rookie number. I think we can get that all the way to 55%. So guys, do your best. 40% is too easily attained. Start at 55, and then we should try to go to 60. Basically, Western women are the greatest number of women in history to self-sterilize ever. Like, it just never happened to this degree before. And they're making it impossible for them to make babies. So guys, go for it. I say 100% support these women in their endeavors. Use your passport and make sure that they can hit 55%. Make them happy.
Thanks, bro. And guess what, right? I want Western women to continue being on dating apps, continue hooking up, continue being a boss babe, continue doing what you're doing. We're happy doing so. Okay? Continue doing what you're doing right now. Whatever happens, happens. If y'all crash out, we don't care. Because we're at a point where we don't care about Western women in any shape or form. We don't care. So if you wanna run through 20 guys in 1 week, go ahead. It's your life. You do what you want. Okay, but I'm asking you, right? Do us a favor, please. Do us a good favor, a big favor. Stay in the West. We don't want to see you in Japan. We don't want to see you in Brazil. We don't want to see you in Philippines. We don't want to see you in Germany. We want you to stay in America and in the UK. Please don't come abroad. And I think that's a great deal for you, right?
Well, if they go abroad, I mean, what's it gonna matter? I never, it's like big walking ghosts in Japan. Like, do you really care? You got all these Japanese women around who have this wonderful attitude and ready to make babies with you. And then you got this self-sterilizing whale. Why should I even consider the Western women? So if they want to go abroad and watch happy Western men, go ahead.
Go ahead. Facts, bro. Absolute facts. Shout out to Theo for the great points there. Awesome. So, Mr. Theo, last clip for you, brother. Any closing statements, but before you drop off?
Sure. I had a good time tonight. It's always been a pleasure talking with you. I think we got some good points in. Guys, again, there's definitely opportunities for you, and even if the far right does come into power, you're gonna pretty much be okay. Your goal is to go to another country, establish yourself there, make children there, and be a part of their system, and take the best from the West and integrate it someplace else. And basically, we're restarting. 55, 60, 70% of Western women don't have children in the end, don't have anything. That's on them. So they can figure it out. Remember, they like bears. They'd rather breed with a bear than have coffee with you. Okay? So anyway, we'll talk to you guys later. We'll talk to you next week. And again, I had a great time. Thank you very much.
Take it easy, brother, okay? Peace out. Thank you, Theo. Take it easy, bro. Okay, brothers. Okay, so, brothers, before I drop off myself, let me just share my screen real quick. Want to show you some cool... Okay, so let me share my screen here. Share screen. Okay. So, here is my Patreon. Okay, brothers. Okay. So, you've got crypto intel, stocks intel. Okay. This intel here that I dropped yesterday. Okay. This particular crypto, it popped off. It popped off big time, brothers. Okay. So I'm going to give you intel on stocks, on crypto, a lot of research I put into things for brothers to consider, compensate with your own research, etc. Okay. We're not playing no games here. Right. And you also have travel intel as well on the Patreon, but I'm focusing more on stocks and crypto intel for you brothers, man. So go and join the Patreon, International Passport. You can see here, International Passport Patreon. Okay, go and join it. Okay, you're missing out on great content. Okay, there are many tiers for you to pick from. Pick the correct tier to get the intel on crypto and stocks. Okay, this one here and this one here, it popped off, man. This one here that I wrote in the Patreon, in my opinion, again, I'm not a financial advisor. I speak in my opinion only. Okay, it's gonna pop off, man. This one here is gonna change a lot of lives. And if you listened to me a couple months ago when I name dropped it, you would have 5x'd your money. Okay, so again, the intel is on the Patreon. Go and join the Patreon. I'll be dropping weekly financial intel weekly on the Patreon. Okay, all on the Patreon. Okay, go and join it. There's travel intel on there. There's IT intel. There's crypto stocks intel. Go and join the Patreon right now, brothers. Okay, go and join the Patreon. Okay, the Patreon gonna save you, man. Crypto and stocks intel only on the Patreon, brothers. Okay, awesome. Okay, so once again, Python course coming July 2024. Stay tuned, man. I want to teach you brothers Python. Python is the best language for you guys to know, bruv. Yeah, I gotta know Python, and the way I teach it is gonna change your lives, man. So Python course coming July 2024. Python course coming July 2024. Python course. Make sure you join, brothers. Okay, I'll open up signups at the beginning of July. Signups will open at the beginning of July. Signups will open at the beginning of July. Okay, for the Python course. All right, so don't you miss that, brothers. Don't you miss that. Okay, so great stream today, man. I want to say thank you to all the support. Been greatly appreciated. Like Theo says here, shout out to Theo, Wifey in the building, man. Get the likes up. Let me check the PayPal again for any support I got. Oh, it is 4:14 a.m. in the morning. Lord have mercy. And I got work at 7:30. Sorry, 8:30. Okay, let me see here. But I love what I do, man. We're giving brothers intel, we're giving brothers the real lowdown. You know, it's gonna be a great year for brothers, man. It's gonna be a fantastic year. You know, crypto popping off. You know, crypto gonna pop off, man. Yeah, shout out to Real Black for the intel he gave last week on the crypto game. He's a, you know, yeah, bro, it's real up in this mofo, man. It's real. DCA, pick your coins, research, but join the Patreon, man. You know, it makes things easier when someone's doing that research for you, brothers. Okay. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm only speaking about my personal opinion only when it comes to stocks and crypto. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. Awesome. Okay. All right, man. Great stream, bruv. Great stream, man. Great stream, bruv. Oh, we got 104 people watching right now. Okay, let me go on for another maybe 10 minutes, man. Let me just chillax, man, and breathe. Wow. Okay. Great stream, man. Shout out to my superstar mod, Ronin in the building. What's up, Ronin? That's my mod over there. Ronin, what's up, bro? What's up? So I have one new country this week. One new country. It's gonna shock you, but I've been waiting for that for a minute now. I've been, you know, asking around, and then a brother reached out to me. He's in one new country, man. Can't wait for that. Then we're gonna have a very special guest back. A very special guest back in the day. Back in the day. Back in the day. You know, I'm talking you know, before any of y'all even knew about this dude. He's coming back He's gonna drop some flames about the country. It's one of your favorite countries. He's out there. He's back, and it's gonna be a classic stream, man. But brothers, keep the faith, man. I know things can get tough. You know, I know women acting crazy in the West. I know, you know, with black men things are tough, but just stay focused, man. Stay focused, bruv. Okay, we can do it. Okay, we gon' you know, we gonna be all right, and that's word to Kendrick. You know, we gonna be all right, man. The brother's gonna be all right, man. Okay, we gonna be all right. We got this, man. We got this. We got this, man. We're cooking, bro. Facts, bro. We cooking. What's good, Ronnie? What's good, bro? What's good, bro? What's good? What's good, man? Yo, man. Let me get some water, bruv. Let me get some water, man. Just if y'all want to call in, how about y'all call in, man? Let me put it. How about you guys call in? If you have any questions about the live stream topic, call in, brothers, and let me open the phone lines, bruv. You know, y'all call in. Y'all call in, bruv. Make sure you follow me on Rumble, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Kick. Let me post my link tree. Brothers, make sure you follow me on all platforms, man. It's very important you do. Okay, follow me on all platforms. Okay, because there's some big changes coming on the way. All right, and you need to follow me on all platforms. Okay, follow me on all platforms. Okay, let me get my link tree up in this mofo. We out here, bruv. We out here, man. We out here, man. Shout out Chicago, man. We out here, bruh. We out here, bruh. All right. Follow me on Linktree. Follow me on all platforms. So if you're on Twitch, if you're on Kick, if you're on Rumble, follow me, bruv. Follow me. Okay. Follow me on all platforms, bruv. Join the Patreon. Be a part of join the Discord. Join the Reddit. Join the Reddit, bruv. Join the Reddit, bruv. You know, flipping heck, bruv. Join the Reddit, man. Are you guys part of the Reddit page? I want to say a special shout out to my superstar mod for always posting on Reddit. That's Mr. Ronin. Look at that, bruv. You know, shout out to Ronin for, you know, posting on Reddit. If you have any questions about traveling, about anything, post it on the official International Passport Reddit page. Okay, so go and follow me on Reddit, bruv. Okay, follow the community, be a part of the community, right? Discord, Reddit. The world is yours, my brothers. Whose world is this? It's man. That's word to Nas, bro. So y'all call in. If you want to call in, but you can follow me on all platforms. You know, maybe I might start, you know, I don't want to give away too much yet, but let me get some water, bruv. Who's here, man? And anyone gonna call in? We got over 107 people watching on YouTube. Anyone gonna call in? Anyone want to call in, chime in? But what city and what country are you listening from? You know, what city, what country are you listening in from? Let me know, man. And you know, bonus, what city and countries have you traveled to? You know, what countries you've been to? Have you been to Japan? Have you been to New Zealand? Have you been to? Let me know, bruv. You know, city and countries you are from, and where you traveled to abroad. How international are you, brothers? New Jersey, Melbourne, Australia, awesome, man. Shout out to Papa Tunde, Yu-Gi-Oh Master, awesome, man. Who else is here? Anyone been to Chile? Anyone been to Peru, New Zealand, Baghdad, Iran, Iraq? Anyone been to Uruguay, Paraguay? Have I done Uruguay on the channel? I've not done Uruguay. Let me see. International passport, Uruguay. Have I done Uruguay? Let me see. International passport, Uruguay. I have. Yes, I have. Have I done Paraguay though? Let me see. Paraguay. I have not done Paraguay. Interesting. I gotta get that done. Paraguay. Yeah, I've not done Paraguay. That's insane. Traveling to South Africa next month. We'll give intel once I'm back. Awesome, brother. Fantastic. Where you going to? Are you gonna be in Johannesburg or in Cape Town? Where you gonna be at, bro? Where you gonna be at, bro? Where you gonna be at, bro? Or American football abroad. Bro, we gotta do we gotta do a stream on Albania, bro. ASAP, bro. And also Germany, Hamburg. You're in Hamburg, right? But we gotta do Hamburg, Germany. How was that? You know, how did that go for you, bro? You know, definitely want to get your experience out here, bruv. Awesome. Yeah, bro. American football, reach out to me, bro, on IG, bro. Let's get our Albania done ASAP, bro, please. For the brothers. The Baltics. Where in the Baltics, brother? Is that every country you've been to? Corvius, Glaive, Iceland, Scandinavia, South Hats. Is that Southampton? South Hats. Awesome, man. We got a Southampton brother over here. Awesome, bro. Let's see here. Bosnia. Oh yeah, brother. We gotta do Singapore. I haven't forgot that, bro. We definitely gotta do Singapore. And Bosnia. Do you have intel on Bosnia, bro? Huh, interesting. Jam, can you turn your camera on in the background? Sorry, I know you're not a troll, please. Yep, you are, brother. Camera off. Let me bring in Jam in the background. But I have like 5-10 minutes left. I'm gonna bring you in, bro. Let me see it. Albania we can do as well. Awesome, bro. Bro, let's get that done this month or next, brother. So if you can reach out to me on IG, brother. Let's get it. It's been 7 months since we spoke about, was it Mongolia? Yeah, but we gotta do Albania, bro. Please, ASAP. Please. all three. Yeah, reach out to me on IG as well, Corvius Glaive. I'm gonna post my IG in the chat. Reach out to me, brother. Let's go. Reach out to me. Awesome. So, brother, that's Serbia. That's what's the Baltics? I forgot. But let me bring him Jam in the background. What's going on, Mr. Jam? How you doing, bruv?
Yeah, hey man, how you doing? I didn't want to call in because I wasn't sure how much time you had left. I know you got a short amount of time, so I'll be quick. Well, actually, first things first. Are you ever going to get the Cash App back? I know you said no before, but is there any way you can get that back? It's a lot harder to go through PayPal because they have the whole two authentication, and when you're traveling abroad, it's really a pain.
A good point there, brother. I will look into it, brother. There were some problems with it, but I'll definitely look into it this time, brother. I will. I'll look into it, brother. I will.
People are traveling. If they were to get back the Cash App, because there's no two authentication on Cash App since it's tied to your phone. But I understand that you had issues before, but I really think you should look into getting it back. It's the quickest way, right, to for payment. But there's a few things I want to touch on your screen. You're absolutely right. It's over for men and women. I just had my reunion. I wasn't there because I'm in Brazil, but I had my reunion, my high school reunion. The people that went there, God, these are the same people that used to dub me. They're all old, fat, and ugly. They're not doing well. I'm miles ahead of these people. I was just laughing about it with someone that I went to school with, high school with, and so yeah, they know about me. I didn't intend. One thing I did besides yours was just talking about the which I'm not sure if you were streaming about or if you already talked about it, about the whole quote unquote racism with the dating apps for ABWs, right? Are you familiar with that?
I've been hearing that briefly this week. Do you want to speak on that for maybe we'll stream that next week? What's happening there?
Yeah, I can send you the article. You should definitely do a stream on it. But essentially, long story short, SparkNotes version, they're making a false claim that, and it's true, but it's false, right? That essentially, if you put yourself as a black woman, you're going to get a lower quality men, and that's true. But it's because men of all races are not checking for you. So really, pretty much, if you're an ABW, the only men that are actually checking for you are black men. But even black men now.
Probably your connection's a bit choppy, bro.
Obviously, you can tell by this whole stream that black men have been checking out on apps. I think one of these Hinge. I don't know. Go to the router.
Your connection's a bit choppy. It's choppy, bro. Hold on. So Lithuania is something we gotta do in the future. I've not done Lithuania before. Definitely. If you've been to Lithuania, yeah. I've not done North Macedonia, Montenegro, Albania, Kosovo. Oh, sugar. I've not done that. I have not done these streams. I have not done. Let me see here. I've not done. I've not done Paraguay, Zimbabwe, Belgium. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 6, 7, 7, 8. Yeah, I gotta get that done this year, bruv. Sorry, but yeah, Jam. Yeah, you're definitely right, brother. I'll look into it, bro. Okay.
Is my connection better or no?
Much better.
Yeah, I think for some reason that part of the apartment, the Wi-Fi is spotty over there. But yeah, essentially, SparkNotes version is if you sign up as an ABW in these sites, you get lower quality men because the men are not checking for ABWs. They purposely filter out the ABWs. So what the dilemma that is happening is that if they put themselves as a white woman, right, they'll get quote unquote better quality matches than if they were to put themselves as an ABW. And that's just because, the men are not checking for ABWs. Pretty much the only one that's checking for ABWs are black men, and that's a dying breed, right? That's slimming out, obviously, by this stream. So they're trying to say it's racism, but you can't force people to like what they don't like. You know what I mean? So it's hilarious to me. But I just wanted to commend your stream because I joined another stream, and an APW joined that stream and completely derailed the entire thing. I mean, I was just calling on them out. Big Truck was on it, and just completely derailed the stream. Like the way you and Theo handled that reaction ABW that joined a couple weeks ago, right? That's the way it should be. You shouldn't let these ABWs hijack the stream. But unfortunately, this is a young brother. He's I'm assuming he's not experienced yet. He'll learn with time. But yeah, he let that ABW hijack the stream to play the fake nice card and all that stuff. It was kind of pathetic. But yeah, in any rate, we're winning, right? At the end of the day, like I said, there's very few, the men that they want, there's very few of them. What we want, see, this is what I was telling my sister. The good thing about being a woman is that it takes very little to please a man, but the bad thing about being a woman is that it takes very little to please a man. So in other words, it's very easy to replace you. So if you're not willing to meet the requirements, we have the whole world to our oyster. But if you're an ABW in America, there's very few countries where you're going to go where you're going to find quote unquote economically attractive men that are going to take you seriously where you could go. I mean, yeah, if you want to go and get some fun, right? Yeah, you can go to Gambia for that. But if you're going for actual men that'll commit to you, that you would find a worthy partner. I don't even want to say partner because I think that's one of those co-op words or sign-up words. But yeah, you would find a worthy partner. There's very few of that. So we're winning, and they're starting to feel that. And I just wanted to second what you were saying.
Thank you, bro. Much appreciated, brother. So, brother, I got to drop off, brother. It's quite late over here. But thank you, Jan. Brother, send me the article, please, on how we normally communicate, brother. I'm going to read into that a bit further.
Yeah, I'll email you, like I said, on Instagram. All right, I'll drop off now.
Hey, thank you, Jan. Appreciate you, bro. Okay. All right, brothers. So again, if you want to come on the channel for the interview, send me a DM on IG. Yeah, okay. We got a few countries we got to complete. So please send me a DM on IG for such countries. Okay. And yeah, I hope you all have a great week ahead. I know it's Monday over there in the US. It is what's it called? It's what's it called? It's a Tuesday over here in the UK. So obviously it's getting quite late. Gotta go to bed and chillax and get refreshed for may it be a great day for me, for you, and every black man in this space, man. Once again, shout out to the legend Theo for what he does for the community, for brothers. Shout out to my superstar mods. Shout out to all you brothers who support the channel. It's much appreciated. Let's keep pushing. We got work to do. We got lives to change. And, let's get it, man. I'm looking at the crypto market right now. Okay. It's red. Okay. It's red. And it's time to DCA and buy. I would say join the Patreon. A lot of intel on the Patreon. Okay. Awesome, man. Juneteenth. What is Juneteenth? What's that? Juneteenth. Juneteenth. What's that? Okay. Juneteenth is a holiday in America to commemorate the annual save. Okay, awesome, man. Hey, happy Juneteenth to my Black American brothers. Happy Juneteenth. That's on June the 19th. Interesting. Never heard about this. But I'm in the UK, so that's why. But shout out to all the brothers. Have a happy Juneteenth week, man. Shout out to my incredible Black American brothers who are, as you know, I have a lot of respect for. Shout out to Black American men worldwide, high value men. Shout out to my Black American brothers. Happy Juneteenth to all you brothers, man. And enjoy the holiday and, relax, take it easy, and be at peace, with yourselves, happy holiday, brothers. Okay. Awesome, bro. Awesome. Happy Juneteenth holiday to the brothers in America. Okie dokie. Okay. So, all right, let me see over here. Okie dokie. All right, brothers. Yeah, it's been a pleasure. Okay. Have a great week ahead. Look after yourselves. And I'll see you brothers on the next video. Peace out. Real talk. Never heard of Juneteenth in like 5 years. But that never heard of Juneteenth till like 5 years ago. I've never heard of that myself. Let me see. It's a holiday. It became a federal holiday in 2021. Oh, interesting, man. So you brothers get a free holiday? That's nice, man. Yeah, brothers, take it easy. Recharge. Be with family. But please don't take any Western woman out on a date. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. No. On Juneteenth, have some water. Have some great food. Be with family and chill out, man. So peace out, brothers, and I'll see you brothers on the next video. Peace.